2 more left going up for Smokey Massacre, looking into the 5th bar. Smokey cannot get into the 5th bar! Tournament 24 is over! To simply say this tournament has been a bloodbath is an understatement. Welcome to the landmark 25th tournament of Spartan Sasuke. Today, 100 competitors will face the 4-stage obstacle course in the scorching sands of Mount Midoriyama. The first competitor to run stage 1 is the newcomer, Mickey KOP8. He's a big fan of the show, and now will get his big shot at the course. He'll have 120 seconds to complete 9 obstacles, beginning with the new Sundae Steps. 4 steps shaped like ice cream sundaes. Mickey is going quickly across the steps, and he's through the first obstacle. Now for another new obstacle, we have Hoist the Anchor, which he defeats as well. Now for the globe twist. This obstacle was introduced in the last tournament. How will he do it? He does not get a jump off the second globe, and our first competitor has been eliminated. Now we move on to another newcomer. This is T-Om. Big fan of the show. Much like Mickey. Let's see how he does. 120 seconds. And he's off. Ooh, barely gets into that first step. He's going across the Sundae Steps. Going a little more smoothly on these other steps. And he's through the first obstacle. How will he do on Hoist the Anchor? He goes for the second anchor and he makes it across as well. Let's see if he can get through the globe twist. He slides into that first globe. You gotta be careful not to touch the blue poles. If you do, that will be a disqualification. You can only use the globes themselves. But T-Om is doing quite well here at the moment, and he will be the first this tournament to attempt the jumping spider. It's been made a little easier since last tournament. The trampoline much bigger than what we had in tournament 24. He goes for the jump, and oh, he almost had it, but he just slips off the first ledge. Oh, that's such a shame. Now we move on to J-Stud Roblox. And if his gamer tag is to go off of anything, he's probably a Roblox kid. Anyways, let's see how he does. Gets a safe jump on the first Sundae. Nothing wrong with that as long as he can make it across the first obstacle, which it looks like he's going to. J-Stud is moving on to Hoist the Anchor. And he comes up short of the first anchor. He did not do a crouch. You don't have to crouch jump on that obstacle, but it makes it much easier. And that leads us on to Epic Handy. He is a newcomer. How will he do today on his debut? Epic Handy is on the Sundae Steps. Going quickly for the first obstacle. Epic onto Hoist the Anchor. We just saw J-Stud go out here, but not Epic as he heads into the globe twist. Ooh, almost comes up short of the first one. He's gonna jump into the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and Epic is onto the jumping spider. Will he be the first to get through at this tournament? Epic, he goes for the jump and he sticks the first ledge nicely. And he overshoots the second ledge. He almost had it, but he had just a little too much momentum. And now, another newcomer. We have a lot of newcomers kicking off this tournament. This next one is Payrise 2 cents. Let's see how Payrise does. 120 seconds into the first step. He's gonna take his time looking into this second step. Gets the jump. Now looking into the third. Taking a lot of time, and he's going to slip off the third step. And now we have our first fast forward. For Pringle fails the first obstacle as well as the Clanker Kid. After him, we had K-Fly make it all the way to the jumping spider, coming up short of that first ledge. Decimetron 9000 made a stupid mistake on the globe twist, and then Okami Kaizu comes up short of the first globe. And that is 10 competitors through, and we move on to our first returning competitor. This is Jun Sato Cyan. Slightly different gamer tag than when we last saw him in the last tournament, which he failed the first obstacle back then. It used to be the Golden Link, now it's the Sundae Steps. Arguably a much easier obstacle, and he's gonna get through the Sundae Steps. Jun Sato on to Hoist the Anchor, which he makes it through. Not to be confused with the Jun Sato from Sasuke, but Cyan is on to the globe twist. He's gonna take his time as he looks into the third globe, and it's gonna speed it up here as he completes the rest of the obstacle. Now for the jumping spider, which no one has completed so far. Can Jun Sato Cyan be the first? Sato is gonna safe jump here on the second ledge. That's another safe jump on the third ledge. Fourth ledge, now for the drop down to the fifth ledge, which he gets a nice safe jump there. Jun Sato Cyan will be the first to face the half pipe attack this tournament. He goes for the cling, and he comes up short of the bar. He tries to grapple, but to no avail. And that leads us on to another returning competitor from last tournament, Nicolum. Nicolum failed a globe twist last tournament in his debut. We'll see how he does here on appearance number 2. Nicolum going for the second step. Ooh, almost comes up short there. Did not have a whole lot of momentum, but he makes up for it, and he's on to Hoist the Anchor. Goes for the second anchor. He's gonna get the safe jump, and he's gonna make it across. Now for the globe twist that took him out in the last tournament. Can he get through it today? Nicolum heading for that last globe, and he's going to set himself a personal best. Down to 90 seconds as he enters the jumping spider. He's going to take his time here on the trampoline, and it's going to pay off for him as he looks to complete the rest of the jumping spider. This is not easy, these inside jumps, but he's going to get through the jumping spider. Will he figure out the half pipe attack? He runs for it, he jumps, and he comes up short just like Cyan. It's a tough jump. You really got to use that half pipe to get the momentum, and he did not. And now we move on to Hi, I'm Galactic, back for his 5th appearance, and we're going to jump ahead to the globe twist. Galactic going quickly through the third obstacle. Galactic, he made his debut back in tournament 21. He was number 1 in the run order in that tournament. But now Galactic is on the jumping spider. Last tournament, he failed the globe twist, which he's already defeated this time. That's good for him. Let's see if he can get through the jumping spider. Galactic is through the jumping spider. Will third time be the charm on the half pipe attack for our competitors this tournament? Galactic, he gets the jump onto the bar this time. Can he get the grapple? He goes for it, but it cuts off short, and he's not able to make the dismount. Did not quite have enough momentum to reach it. And now we have Wild Sasuke, 67, back for his 4th appearance. Like our previous 2 competitors, he failed the globe twist last tournament. Let's see if he can get revenge on it this time. Wild Sasuke going quickly through the Sundae Steps. Well known in the Minecraft Ninja Warrior community. How will he do here on the globe twist? Let's see if he can get revenge. Alright, he's gonna go for the left side this time. We haven't seen too many competitors do it this tournament, but Wild Sasuke makes it work, and Wild Sasuke will attempt the jumping spider this tournament. Can he get through it? He goes for the jump, and he barely gets into that first ledge. He almost came up short, but he makes it work. Looking into the 4th ledge. Now must get the drop down. He goes for the jump, but he comes up short of the jump. Tough break. But now we have El Booker Taco back for his 6th appearance on Spartan Sasuke, the former host of Sasuke on Halo 5, has yet to host a tournament on Halo Infinite. Be nice to see him host another tournament here on this game, but right now El Booker Taco is back for his 6th appearance. He failed the half pipe attack last tournament. He was walling around a bit in the last tournament. He took about 80 seconds just to get to the half pipe attack last tournament. But it looks like he's taking this run a lot more seriously, which is something I like to see. And Booker is going really quickly through the jumping spider. Can he get the drop unlike Wild Sasuke? Yes, he can. Can he get revenge on the half-pipe attack? He's gonna take a shorter run up. Will it pay off? No, it will not! And once again, Booker Taco is out on the half-pipe attack, and he leaves the party. That's not good. Time for our next fast forward. Dank Pina failed the first obstacle. Pork Pie Guy failed the very first jump. Spooky the Sim decides to run into the kill barrier in the globe twist. And then Ninjago, followed by a whole bunch of random numbers, failed to hoist the anchor. And that leads us on to competitor number 20. Competitor number 20, this is Strick. Strick is my cousin, and he's going to take on the course. Strick, my older cousin, let's see how he does. I don't think I've actually had anyone from my family ever run the course before, so this is a historic run here in Tournament 25. Strick not looking too comfortable on those first two obstacles, but he makes it work. And he's gonna take his time going into the globe twist. He gets the crouch jump. He had about an hour of practice before this run, and he's making it pay off so far. Strick makes it through the globe twist, heading towards the jumping spider with about 82 seconds left. Let's see if Strick can get into the jumping spider. This is a tough jump right here, but Strick is going for the second ledge and makes it. Onto the third ledge, he gets that as well, but comes up short of the fourth ledge. A good run from my cousin nonetheless to get that far. That's further than he got in any of his practice attempts. But now we have the newcomer, Worker of Meme. Worker of Meme is a bit of a promising newcomer. He has cleared the first stage on some other courses here on Halo Infinite. Can he do the same here on his debut in Spartan Sasuke? Worker of Meme. Running towards the globe twist. Going for the right side, he looks into the third globe, fourth globe, fifth globe, and he's quickly for the first three obstacles. Got 95 seconds onto the jumping spider. This 120-second time limit, it's not the most strict time limit in the world, especially when you consider some of our new obstacles later on the stage. We'll see if he gets that far. No one has beaten the half-pipe attack so far. Can Worker of Meme be the first? He nicely gets into that pole. Can he get the grapple, unlike Galactic? And he's gonna get a really good grapple here, and he'll be the first this tournament to attempt the warped wall. The Worker of Meme, he's gonna get up the warped wall in one, and will be the first to face our new obstacle, the Compass Cross. This is a tough obstacle. You have to wedge yourself into the four compasses, but Worker of Meme is handling these tough jumps very nicely. He gets into that fourth compass and will be the first to attempt the tilted tacos. There are a couple approaches you can take. You can either go full send or you can take your time. He's jumping to the edges of the tacos to make these jumps a little easier. And he gets into the final obstacle, the rope jungle. Worker of Meme, the newcomer, has 22 seconds left going into the final rope. And Worker of Meme, with 18.5 seconds remaining, becomes the first clear of Tournament 25. Worker of Meme, the 49th different competitor in Spartan Sasuke history to clear the first stage, and does so on his very first attempt at the course. He's shown promise on other courses, and he has brought that promise here to Spartan Sasuke, and we will see this newcomer take on the second stage. Well done, Worker of Meme. And we now head into Elite MKB, and there's his good friend Hunter Unit 751 wishing him good luck. We have seen Elite compete before, way back in Tournament 13. He failed the music box in that tournament. Let's see how Elite does, competing for his first time in almost 6 years. Elite MTB hosts one of the newest courses here on Halo Infinite, the Elite Challenge. He's looking to upload his first tournament and start up his second tournament here very soon, so I highly encourage that you to compete on the Elite Challenge if you get the chance. But right now, Elite is on the Globe Twist. He failed the 4th obstacle last tournament. Let's see if he can get that far. Elite onto the 5th globe. Elite doing the 360! What are you doing? Oh no! Elite, what was that? He pulled a page out of Dom's book out of that with that 360 on the Globe Twist, and it costs him. He comes up short of the dismount. That was such a stupid move by Elite MKB. You gotta wait till after the obstacle to do those kind of things. Oh, come on, dude. You're better than that. But now we can move on to Sakeshi. Sakeshi, a couple tournaments ago, made it all the way to the 7th obstacle, which at the time was the Joust Clash. But unfortunately, in the last tournament, he failed the Globe Twist. Let's see. Oh no, Sakeshi's going to slip off the first anchor. Oh, that's such a shame, considering how far he got just a couple tournaments ago. Now we can move on to Schwarz TCG, the man formerly known as Lord of Ooh. Got to the Globe Twist last tournament. Let's see how he does today. Schwarz going quickly here on the Sundae Steps. Makes it through, but how will he do on Hoist the Anchor? We just saw Sakeshi go out here, but he gets these jumps nicely. He's going to take his time here on the anchors. But now for the obstacle he failed in the last tournament. Globe Twist, let's see if he can get through it this time. Schwarz going nicely here. Ooh, almost comes up short of that dismount. Almost jumped a little too far in that 5th globe, but he's onto the Jumping Spider, an obstacle he's failed multiple times before. Oh, he's taking his time. He is very worried about this obstacle. 80 seconds left. He goes for the jump, but he comes up short. Schwarz jumped a little too late, and he comes up short. And then Emerald Dragon failed the Globe Twist after him. Old Rascal 95 failed the very first obstacle. I Love K probably doesn't love Hoist the Anchor after that failure. Frank MJ19 suffers the same fate. Large Chungus 987 became a Large Chungus when he fell all the way down to the water. But now we move on to the host of Ninja Warrior of Roblox. Next up is Bubba Ace. Bubba Ace, back for his 17th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. He's never cleared the first stage on Spartan Sasuke. Last tournament, he failed the Jumping Spider, an obstacle he's failed multiple times in his Spartan Sasuke career. Let's see if Bubba Ace can get through that and hopefully set himself a personal best. His personal best is the 5th obstacle, which he's faced Mitch to match and the Captain Swing in the past. This tournament, it's the half-pipe attack, but he's got to get there first. And Bubba taking a bit of a slower approach here on the Globe Twist, which is fine. The time limit isn't as strict as it was before. Bubba can't afford to take his time, but now for the obstacle he failed before, the Jumping Spider. Let's see if Bubba can get his revenge on the Jumping Spider. Bubba is going to head into the 2nd ledge of the Jumping Spider, looking into the 3rd ledge. Gets the slide as he looks into the 4th ledge. Bubba now eyeing down the drop. Can Bubba get the drop? Yes, he can! Almost comes up short, but he makes it through onto the half-pipe attack. Will he be able to get the big jump onto the pole? Yes, he can! Bubba Ace. Can he get the grapple? He's going for the grapple. He gets a low grapple, but he makes the dismount, but does not get a jump! Oh no! Bubba was so close to defeating the half-pipe attack. It was a close call here on the grapple. He gets really low, but he makes the jump only to not even get a jump for the dismount. Oh, that's such a shame to see Bubba go out like that. Although that would technically be a personal best, so we'll give him that. Anyways, up next we have Kyle Chambad 2. Making a 2nd appearance, he failed the Jumping Spider last time. Let's see how Kyle Chambad 2 does. Ooh, almost comes up short of that 4th step. That could have been disastrous for him. But Kyle Chambad 2 is going to head into the Globe Twist. He's gonna go quickly here on the right side of this obstacle. Kyle Chambad 2. Let's see if he can get revenge on the Jumping Spider. He goes straight for the trampoline. Kyle Chambed gets into the first ledge nicely, eyeing down that third ledge. Fourth ledge, goes straight for the drop and gets the jump nicely. A personal best, but can he get through the half-pipe attack? It's been tough on our competitors this tournament, and Kyle is going to come up short of the bar. Not quite have enough momentum. Up next, we have Foamy Boy back for his 6th appearance. Foamy Boy failed the jumping spider last tournament, much like a lot of our earlier competitors. Let's see how Foamy Boy does today. Foamy Boy. Usually he's a little earlier in the run order, but he did do somewhat decent in the last tournament, so we decided to give him a little bit of a higher number for tournament 25. Nothing wrong with that at all. Foamy Boy is going to attempt the globe twist. He beat it last tournament. Let's see if he can do it again. Foamy Boy going for the left side. Let's see if he can get through this obstacle. One more globe remaining for Foamy, and he gets through the obstacle. Now running towards the jumping spider. Can he get his revenge? Foamy, he goes for the jump and almost slides off that first ledge, but he makes it. Looking into that third ledge. He gets the third ledge. Fourth ledge, and he's going to come up short, much like Strick earlier. Up next, we have GGYT6856, a whole bunch of random numbers, but this guy was formerly known as Game Man Gaming YT. Decided to shorten up his gamer tag here in tournament 25. Failed the jumping spider last tournament. Let's see how he does here on his 4th appearance. He has tried to host a course multiple times. Hasn't really quite worked out. Hopefully it will in the future. I would really like to compete on this course one day. But right now, GG is running across the globe twist and makes it through the third obstacle onto the jumping spider. This is an obstacle he's failed multiple times in the past, including in the last tournament. But GG is going to get into that first ledge. Gets a slide on that second ledge as he looks into the third. The fourth, can he get the drop? GG! Oh, he almost had it, but he just slipped off the ledge. And up next, climbing out of the rocks. Next up, we have Fix the Wi-Fi. Fix the Wi-Fi back for his 4th appearance. Much like our previous 4 competitors, failed the jumping spider last tournament. A lot of these competitors here in the 30s failed the jumping spider. I kind of based the run order off the results of the last tournament. Anyways, Fix the Wi-Fi through Hoist the Anchor onto the globe twist. He does a slide into that first globe and heading quickly through the rest of this obstacle. Fix the Wi-Fi heading towards the jumping spider. Can he get his revenge? Wi-Fi. Oh, gets a really late jump there. Oh, that's not how you want to do the jumping spider at all. Gets a horrible jump off the bouncer. But now we can move on to Spartan Walnut 71, back for his 11th appearance, the very first competitor to attempt the course after Smokey's previous total victory way back in Tournament 13. It's been a very long time. Be nice to see a total victory one day. Could it be this tournament? Who knows? Anyway, Spartan Walnut onto Hoist the Anchor. He's through the anchors onto the globe twist. And much like the previous 5 competitors, he failed the jumping spider last tournament. Let's see if he can get back there. Spartan Walnut. Yes, he can. Spartan Walnut. Let's see if he can get through the jumping spider this time. This obstacle has given him a lot of trouble in the past. Can Walnut get through it this time? He gets the slide into the first ledge. Eyeing down that second ledge. Gets a nice jump into that. Third ledge. Fourth ledge. Can Spartan Walnut? He jumps down, gets a safe jump, and he makes it through the jumping spider this time. Down to 63 seconds as he looks into the half-pipe attack. Can Walnut get through this? No, he cannot. He comes up short of the bar. After that, we had Baba Barbarian, who went Baba Bye-Bye on the first obstacle. The curly one got curled up by Hoist the Anchor. AVI, a terrible video format. MP4 is better. And then Imperial Mech failed the globe twist. And now we move on to competitor number 40. Up next is Sane the Legend. Sane the Legend almost beat Stage 1 the last time he attempted Spartan Sasuke, but came up short of the last obstacle, the rope jungle. That came back in Tournament 23. Sane the Legend missed the last tournament, but now returns for Tournament 25. Sane the Legend planning to start up another tournament here on Halo Infinite. He's had kind of a thing since Halo 4, where he's hosted one tournament per game of his course, and now getting ready to host his one tournament on Halo Infinite. Be nice if we could see a second tournament on Halo Infinite as well, but you never know. Sane the Legend onto the jumping spider. This obstacle has given him a bit of trouble in the past. Can Sane get through it today? No, he cannot! He jumps too late off the trampoline and could not get enough height going into that first ledge of the jumping spider. You want to jump closer to the middle of the trampoline. And Sane, it's not like the Halo 5 trampolines where he had to jump late. You have to jump in the middle, and he did not do that. Such a shame. But now we move on to another veteran. This is Blaze Hayes, back for his 18th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. Blaze Hayes has not missed a tournament since his debut way back in Tournament 8. But Blaze Hayes is into the Hoist the Anchor and gets through the second obstacle. He has failed the second obstacle in the past, but not today, as Jante gets into the third globe of the globe twist. And Blaze Hayes onto the jumping spider. This is the obstacle he failed last tournament. Let's see if he can get through it. Actually, both of the previous two tournaments at least. He had that tragic fail on the drop a couple tournaments ago. Let's see if he can get it today. Jante, barely. He almost slipped off, but gets his foot onto that ledge. But can he get through the half-pipe attack? No, and another competitor comes up short of the bar. They're not getting enough momentum. Let's see how fragile NW does. There's his friend, Free MMO Direct. Wishing him good luck. Free will be attempting the course a little later on, but Fragile is on. For his second appearance, last tournament he failed the half-pipe attack. Had a pretty good debut. Let's see if he can capitalize that with a clear, potentially. But the half-pipe attack is the same as it was in Tournament 24, but it has been giving our competitors a lot of trouble this tournament. Honestly, feels like a lot more competitors early on are getting to the half-pipe attack as well, which is something I'd like to see. But Fragile, he's into the jumping spider. Can he get through it again? He's going quickly through this obstacle, but he slides off the fourth ledge and cannot get into the fifth ledge. Can't even get back to the half-pipe attack. Such a shame. And now we can move on to Volcanic Crowd 5. Volcanic is making his 7th appearance on the course. He made his debut in Tournament 19. He's competed in every tournament since his debut. Let's see how Volcanic does. He has made it far in the first stage in the past, but in the last tournament it did not go so well for him as he failed the globe twist. He's handling Hoist the Anchor quite nicely. Let's see if he can get revenge on the globe twist. Volcanic is gonna get into that first globe. Gonna take his time here on the obstacle as he gets into the third globe, looking into the fourth globe. Now for the fifth globe. Volcanic is going to make it through and onto the jumping spider. Let's see, can Volcanic get the good jump off the trampoline? Oh, it's a horrible jump. He got a little bit of a bunny bounce on that. That's not what you want to do. After him, we had Gunter fail Hoist the Anchor. Costa Menzies failed the first obstacle. Bright Soul wasn't quite a bright soul on the anchors. Firefox failed Hoist the Anchor as well. Got drenched in the water. Jawfish also failed Hoist the Anchor. And then Turtle Cat made it all the way to the jumping spider. He made his debut in Tournament 22 and returned for this tournament. And now we're nearly halfway through the first stage, and up next we have Drago is back. Making his 6th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. He last competed in Tournament 23, where, like Sane, he failed the rope jungle. Drago has come close to clearing the first stage twice here on this course. He had that infamous flying chute fail all the way back in Tournament 7. Honestly, should have cleared Stage 1 in that tournament, as well as Tournament 23, but Drago back for his 6th appearance. He missed the last tournament. Let's see if Drago can get through. He is determined to clear, and he recently picked up a clear on Joey Davis's Trials of Achilles, getting his first ever clear on Halo Infinite. Can he get his second here on Spartan Sasuke 25? Drago onto the half-pipe attack. This obstacle was not in Tournament 23, but he faced it way back when it was in Halo 5, before it had the grapple hook, back when it was only the man cannon version. But now Drago gets up the warp wall 1, and he will attempt the compass cross. Can he get through this obstacle, much like Worker of Meme? Drago looking into the second compass. He gets into the second compass. Now for the third compass. Oh, but he slips off the third compass. Drago out on this new obstacle, the compass cross. He gets a good jump heading into the third compass, but it was almost too good as he walks off the third compass. That is such a shame. Kicking off the second half is Free MMO Direct. Since 2018, he has been competing on Roblox courses, but because he doesn't have an Xbox, he had to wait until Halo Infinite to make his Halo jumping debut. His Roblox skills have led to a smooth transition to Halo jumping.
He's climbing up an MMO! He is going to be the first person to clear Stage 1 on Halo Infinite!
In his first year on Halo Infinite, he has become one of the game's best newcomers. His success includes a final stage attempt in Irish Warrior 25. However, Free is still looking for his first clear on Spartan Sasuke. In his first 2 appearances, he has failed the 5th obstacle both times. Now, Free MMO Direct looks to make it 3rd time's the charm on Stage 1. If MMO clears, he'll become the 50th unique competitor to clear the first stage of Spartan Sasuke. But if he fails, he will be the 1,000th fail since the previous total victory in Tournament 13. Although MMO is a regular on this course, a lot is riding on this run to see if he can finally get some success on this course. Right now, Free MMO Direct going very quickly here on these first 3 obstacles as he heads into the jumping spider. This obstacle has never been trouble for him. Let's see if MMO can get through it again. And he's going very quickly through the inside, not resting at all. He's quick to head into the half-pipe attack. This is what he failed in the last tournament. Can MMO get the grapple? Goes for an early grapple, but he makes it through nicely. Now, Free MMO Direct up the warp wall 1, and he's gonna take a shortcut as he goes into the compass cross. We just saw Drago go out on this obstacle. Can Free MMO Direct get through it? He gets a slide on that last one, but Free is on the tilted tacos, and he's going to go for speed here on the tilted tacos. Ooh, doing a few safe jumps here on Rope Jungle. He is human after all. But look at the clock! Free MMO Direct! He's gonna set history! Free MMO Direct! That is the speed record on Spartan Sasuke! He clears with 38.4 seconds remaining on the clock, beating Hunter Unit 751's clear time in Tournament 1. A record that has held since the very beginning of Spartan Sasuke has just been broken by Free MMO Direct. Well done, Free.
Oh, yes!
Hey. Speed record.
Let's go!
Does someone want to tell him speed doesn't matter? I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Oh no, speed doesn't matter, but I love going fast, Nas.
Well done to Free MMO Direct. But now we move on to Super Ninja J2. He missed the last tournament, but now returns for Tournament 25. Last time he competed, Jake failed the 8th obstacle, which back then it was the pit stop. Let's see if Jake Can pick up another clear. He's done pretty good on this course, especially on Halo 5, where he cleared in each of the last 3 tournaments on Halo 5. Can he pick up clear number 4 and get revenge from tournament 23? Super Ninja Jake going quickly here on the globe twist. Jake onto the jumping spider. Super Ninja J2 gets a good jump into that first one. He's going to get a safe jump on the ledge. Super Ninja J2, can he get through the jumping spider? Yes, he can. This will be his first attempt at the half pipe attack. He was worried about this obstacle, but Ninja Jake, can he get the grapple? Super Ninja J2 is going to complete the half pipe attack. Onto the warped wall. Let's see if he can get through it. Oh, almost slips off the side there. You do not want that to happen. But Super Ninja J2 is really struggling with the warped wall. He's already failed after 4 attempts. Down to less than 50 seconds. The clock is ticking. Even if this time limit's lenient, he does need to get up the warped wall eventually. And he's still struggling. Less than 40 seconds. This is not looking good for Super Ninja Jake. He's going to have to really pick up the pace here on these last 3 obstacles. Let's see if he can make it through the compass cross. Jake onto the second compass. Third compass. Super Ninja J2 down to 20 seconds as he heads into the tilted tacos. This is the position where he failed 2 tournaments ago. Jake taking a safe jump here. I don't know if he can afford this. The classic sounds. He's really gonna have to pick it up here. Oh, he's lost here. I don't think he's gonna have enough time. Super Ninja J2, no! He's out of time on the first stage. And this marks the 1,000th fail since the previous total victory back in Tournament 13. Such a shame to see him time up, especially after we set the speed record with 3. That's especially painful. Now we can move on to Shadowrun 132. Another competitor that missed the last tournament, but in Tournament 23, he cleared the first stage for his first time. Shadowrun. Let's see if he can pick up another clear. He is the very first competitor to clear the first stage on Halo Infinite. Let's see if Shadowrun can do it again. Shadowrun onto the jumping spider. He beat this a couple of tournaments ago back when it had the pallet. Can he get through it again? Yes, he can. Shadowrun onto the half-pipe attack. Will he be able to get through this? Ooh, barely gets onto that bar. Nicely done, but misses the grapple. Such a shame. After that, we had Scarce Page failed Sundae Steps. Simbra Lol out on Hoist the Anchor. Sergeant Pickles failed Hoist the Anchor as well. Blade Lighter 117 failed the drop on the jumping spider. Storm Kai had another run-in with the kill barrier on the globe twist. And then Alan the Groove was not very groovy on Hoist the Anchor. And now we move on to the veteran Mighty Max 80. Mighty Max 80 back for his 19th appearance. Halo Infinite has not been very lucky for Mighty Max 80. He has failed stage 1 in each of his previous 3 appearances on the course. Can he finally pick up his first clear on Infinite? And this is a guy who made it all the way to the final jump of stage 3 back in Tournament 20. Mighty Max 80 onto the globe twist, heading towards the jumping spider where he failed in the last tournament. Mighty Max 80, can he get through it today? Taking his time lining up. Mighty Max, he jumps too late, and once again Mighty Max out on the jumping spider. Now we have Demigods, the regular, back for his 11th appearance. Failed the jumping spider last time. It's a little sore, but we'll try to carry through. Demigods. He joined Halo jumping through the Halo basketball league. It hasn't really been too much of a thing since we moved on to Halo Infinite. A lot of focus has now been put on Halo football, which is much more compatible on Halo Infinite than Halo Basketball is, which is kind of a shame that we aren't really able to do HBL on Infinite. But if we are able to figure something out, I would really love to get HBL going here on Halo Infinite. Right now, he has to face the Jumping Spider that took him out in the last tournament. Can Deej get through it this time? He gets onto the first ledge, unlike Mighty Max. But no, he's gonna slip off the second ledge. Oh dear. On to veteran Wolf Ninja 1225. Wolf Ninja, he's had a bit of bad luck since his last clear in Tournament 18. Last tournament failed the Jumping Spider. Let's see if he can get through it today. Wolf Ninja on the fourth, and he's gonna dismount. Wolf Ninja is gonna take his time here in these early obstacles. Wolf Ninja onto the globe twist. Goes into the second globe, still taking his time. Nothing wrong with that at all. Wolf Ninja, he's heading towards the Jumping Spider. Can he get through it? Can he get his revenge? Wolf, he goes for the jump, barely gets into that first ledge. Gets another slide into the second ledge. Fourth ledge, can he get the drop? Yes, he can. Wolf Ninja onto the half-pipe attack. Can Wolf get through this obstacle? He's never faced it before. But Wolf comes up short of the bar. Not enough momentum. On to Tunvi 101, the three-time Raidler who made his debut in the first Halo Infinite tournament. Last tournament failed the half-pipe attack. Can Tunvi 101 get far here in Tournament 25? Tunvi 101 on to Hoist the Anchor. He's gonna get a safe jump on the first anchor and gets through the new obstacle. Tunvi 101 into the globe twist. Fourth globe, fifth globe, Tun. He's on to the Jumping Spider. Tunvi 101, he's gonna take his time here. It was much more of a useful strategy back in Tournament 24, not as much here in Tournament 25, but it works out for Tunvi 101, and he's going to attempt the half-pipe attack again. Tunvi 101, he goes for the jump, but like Wolf Ninja, comes up short of the bar. And now, there's Hunter wishing good luck for our next competitor, Cobra 5139. Cobra has cleared the first stage once in the past, back in Tournament 21, but that was the last time he cleared. Last tournament, he failed the half-pipe attack. Cobra has had a bit of a bad luck here on Spartan Sasuke, considering that he's been to the final stage on some other courses, but right now, Cobra, can he make the most out of his sixth appearance? Cobra onto the Jumping Spider. Oh boy, the trash truck's outside. Wouldn't be the first time he's paid a visit during one of these recordings, but Cobra is on the Jumping Spider. He's gonna take his time here on the inside ups of the obstacle. Cobra onto the half-pipe attack. Can he get through this? Unlike our previous two competitors, he's gonna get the jump onto the bar. He's facing forward on that wall, gets a bit of a low grapple, but Cobra's going to stick the landing. Down to a minute as he heads into the warp wall. Cobra does not get up the warp wall on his first attempt, but he is going to make it up on his second. Cobra onto the globe, not the globe twist, the compass cross. Anyways, Cobra is into the second compass. Third compass. Looking into the fourth compass. Cobra is down to 35 seconds as he enters the Tilted Tacos. He's gonna take a careful approach here on the Tilted Tacos. Taking a few safe jumps. This could cost him a bit of time, but a little smoother on that third taco. Cobra on the rope jungle. He's aiming for his second clear, and it looks like he's gonna get it. Cobra is gonna clear stage 1 with 9.9 seconds. Ooh, the footage freaked out a bit there, but Cobra is going to pick up his second clear on Spartan Sasuke. Well done, Cobra. This is what I like to see from him. Cobra getting through the jumping spider that he's failed multiple times in the past. He got his revenge on the half-pipe attack, and for the second time, Cobra is going to move on to the next stage. And after that, we had Dante failed the steps, Archme failed Hoist the Anchor, Impanidus, once again, another competitor going into the kill barrier, Ojads failed the Hoist the Anchor, and God of Gorilla failed the jumping spider. Next to take on the course is the new star Tritty Cyrus. A grand champion on Spartan Ninja Warrior, Tritty made his Spartan Sasuke debut in the 18th tournament. In Tournament 20, he was crowned a new star after failing the final jump of the third stage and would go out on the Iron Thrones in both of the following two tournaments. Tritty missed both tournaments 23 and 24, but now returns for the first time on Halo Infinite. Tritty hopes to pick up right where he left off. He's put in a lot of training for this tournament, but will it pay off? Tritty back for his 6th appearance. Bit of unfortunate circumstances of him missing the previous two tournaments. I won't go into detail of that, but it's nice to see Tritty back here in Tournament 25. Let's see if he can make the most of it. Tritty Cyrus, the new star. He's gonna get through the globe twist. A lot of these obstacles are going to be new to Tritty Cyrus, but this one will not be. The jumping spider is a little different than it was back on Halo 5. Trampoline much different, and obviously there is the drop, unlike the Halo 5 version of this obstacle. But Tritty is going to handle these changes nicely, and he's going to face the half-pipe attack for his first time. This is a tough obstacle, but Tritty gets a very good jump onto that pole. Can Tritty get the grapple? Tritty, yes he can. Down to a minute as he runs to the warp wall. Tritty up the warp wall in one, onto the compass cross. This new obstacle is new to everyone this tournament. How will he handle these Tritty jumps? Tritty Cyrus onto the third compass. Into the fourth compass, we saw Drago go out on that obstacle earlier, but not Tritty Cyrus. Tritty onto the tilted tacos. He's gonna take his time getting the safe jumps here on the tilted tacos. Down to 27 seconds. Still got plenty of time here to complete the first stage. If he can do it, it'll be his 4th appearance in a row. Not necessarily 4 tournaments in a row, but it would be his 4th appearance in a row. If he can get these remaining jumps, Tritty Cyrus, klaxon sounding, but Tritty Cyrus is going to move on to the second stage on his first attempt at the course on Halo Infinite. Well done, Tritty Cyrus. It's been over a year since we last saw him, but he is not rusty at all. He clears the first stage for his 4th time, handling these new obstacles very well to pick up another clear. In Spartan Sasuke, Tritty Cyrus, the new star, is moving on. 70 competitors have attempted the course so far. 4 people have cleared as the sun begins to set, with 30 competitors left to take on the first stage. Up next is the veteran Avowals the Samurai. There's the All-Stars Fireball and Hunter wishing Avowals good luck here in this tournament. Avowals failed the jumping spider in the last tournament, and the tournament before that he failed the Pharaoh's box, which back then it was the 3rd obstacle. Halo Infinite has been a little rough for Avowals the Samurai, but he is back. He timed up on the warp wall in Tournament 22, but the tournament before that, he had the closest ever call on the first stage. Ooh, footage freaked out there again. What's going on? Anyways, as I was trying to say, he had the closest call on the first stage in Tournament 21 when he cleared the first stage with just 0.2 of a second remaining. Right now, Avals is on the jumping spider, the obstacle he failed in the last tournament, but he's gonna get revenge this time. Can Avals get through the half-pipe attack? A lot more of our competitors are figuring out this obstacle, unlike some of the earlier competitors. Avals gets a good grapple here on the half-pipe attack, and Avals onto the warp wall with less than a minute. Can Avals get up the warp wall in one? Yes, he can! Avals is Samurai. That warp wall is not the last obstacle like it was in those latter Halo 5 tournaments, but now for the new Compass Cross. Avals really struggled with this obstacle in practice. In fact, I don't think he even got through this obstacle in practice, but he's down to 35 seconds, and he's on to unfamiliar territory. Let's see if he can figure out the new tilted tacos. He's gonna back up for the first taco, and he's gonna go straight for the second, the third, the fourth. Nicely done, Avals. Less than 20 seconds. He's taking a lot of time on this fourth obstacle. Come on, Avals. He gets into the first rope, gets into the second rope. The classic sounds as he looks into the fourth rope. Avals, ooh, he's a little lost. He's confused. What have you done? Avals, what on earth was that? No, Avals, he goes the wrong way. On the fourth rope of the rope jungle, he had the time. He did not get this far in practice. Was that pressure of not getting here and the time limit, was it too much for him? I think it was, and he had to go somewhere. Unfortunately, it was the wrong way.
I thought if I got through the jumping spider, wherever I got to was just going to be incredible, so failing the next obstacle would have been an achievement for me. I haven't done too well on this course in some time, and to make it to the last obstacle, not knowing at all how to do it, or the previous one for that matter, and to get as high as I did was really surprising, and I'm just happy I had Fireball and Hunter here. You know, without them I wouldn't have made it this far into the course, and I owe them a lot for this run.
Yeah, woo! What a guy. What an absolute guy.
Oh my god.
So tough to see Avals fail in that matter. Up next, we have the veteran Soul Reaper 1025. He cleared the first stage back in Tournament 23. It was his first clear on Spartan Sasuke. But in the last tournament, he had an unfortunate fail on the jumping spider. Soul Reaper, can he get his revenge and pick up clear number 2 here on Halo Infinite? Soul Reaper, this is his 9th appearance. He made his debut back in Tournament 16, however, he did miss Tournament 17, so he is going to have to wait till next tournament to make his 10th appearance on the course. But right now, Soul Reaper 1025, let's see if he can get revenge on the jumping spider. He failed the inside of the jumping spider last time. And he's going quickly through the jumping spider, much like free MMO earlier. Nicely done, Soul. On now to the half-pipe attack. Can Soul get through? No, he cannot. He comes up short of the bar. Tough luck. Up next, we have Spinny 37, making his 18th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. However, he is 0 for 17 on Spartan Sasuke, and we're gonna jump ahead to the globe twist. As he completes the obstacle, last tournament, he failed the 8th obstacle, which at the time was the pit stop. He got really far in the course, one of the closest times he's ever come to clearing the first stage. But he just saw Soul Reaper go out on this half-pipe attack. Can he get through it unlike Soul? Spinny 37, no he cannot. He also comes up short of the bar. And on now to another regular, Gotaints. Gotaints made his debut one tournament earlier, and as you can see on the bottom right of the screen, Gotaints is unbelievably 0 for 18 on the first stage of Spartan Sasuke. Can he finally clear the first stage on his 19th appearance, or will he go the dreaded 0 for 19. Go Taints. Would love to finally have some semblance of success here in Spartan Sasuke, considering he's been to the final stage 3 times on Halo Ninja Warrior. Right now, Go Taints onto the jumping spider. He failed this in Tournament 23, but gets a bad jump off the trampoline, and it's 0 for 19 for Go Taints. Let's see what went wrong here. It looked like he jumped just a little too late, and he did not get any height off of that jump on the trampoline. And this is the 3rd time in 4 tournaments that he's failed the jumping spider. We move on to Billy Pickers, who failed the first obstacle. Cried his way down on Hoist the Anchor. The Duck failed Hoist the Anchor as well. Roman Newbles, another victim of this obstacle. A lot of randos failing those anchors, but Pistol Disc makes it to the jumping spider. And then Canned J Huntley 5 out in the first obstacle. 20 competitors left to go here on the first stage. Up next is the veteran Snoz. Snoz cleared the first stage in Tournament 3 and in Tournament 22, but has yet to find that success here on Spartan Sasuke. Got to the pit stop in Tournament 23, but in the last tournament, tragically failed the jumping spider, an obstacle he has failed multiple times in the past. Let's see if Snoz can do well here. He's put in a lot of practice for this tournament. Likes to train with Irish. They like to play a game of horse. Essentially, they put a floor underneath each obstacle, and they take turns on each obstacle of the first stage. Or if they fail, it's a letter in the horse game. And if you spell out horse, you're out. It's a good method of training. It really lets you hone in like each specific obstacle on the course. And Snoz is gonna get revenge on the jumping spider. How will he handle the half-pipe attack? He was worried about this obstacle, but he's gonna get a good jump into the bar and the grapple. Snoz gets a good landing there onto the warp wall. He is down to 55 seconds. Snoz gets up the warp wall in 1. He has struggled with that obstacle in the past, but he's on to the compass cross. This is the obstacle he was the most worried about. Can Snoz? Ooh, he gets a slide on that second compass. Not a very comfortable landing, but he's going to come up short of the 3rd compass. Snoz could not defeat this new obstacle. He gets a slide on that second one, but he did not have quite enough momentum to get into the 3rd compass. That's such a shame, seeing Snoz go out on the new obstacle. Next to take on the course is the host of Irish Warrior, Crown Ferret 19. Irish made his debut in the Master Renewal of Tournament 14 and has not missed a tournament since. In the last 4 tournaments on Halo 5, he cleared the first stage 3 times, in Tournaments 19, 20, and in Tournament 22. However, the move to Halo Infinite has not been kind to him. Last tournament, he went out on the Joust Clash, and now he's on his 12th appearance. Crown Ferret 19 still looking to get his first clear on Halo Infinite. Both him and Snoz have trained together, playing multiple games of horse, like I mentioned in Snoz's run earlier. This really helped him train on the specific obstacles. Will Irish's training pay off, and can he make it 3rd time's the charm on Halo Infinite? Crown Ferret 19, the host of Irish Warrior, he puts in a lot of practice for these tournaments. Not usually the fastest, the speediest competitor on Spartan Sasuke, but he does make it count, and hopefully this lenient time limit here in Tournament 25 plays into his favor. Crown Ferret 19, 90 seconds as he goes into the jumping spider. Irish, can he get the jump? He's gonna take his time on the bouncer. He was struggling a lot with this obstacle in practice, but Crown Ferret 19 is heading through the inside of the obstacle. Let's see if he can get the drop. Yes, he can. Crown Ferret 19 onto the half-pipe attack. He beat this obstacle in the last tournament. Can he get through it this time? Gets a safe jump on the bar. Can he get the grapple? Irish. Ooh, he hits his head and he comes up short of the dismount. Oh no, Irish gets a concussion on the half-pipe attack. Concussion protocol. Crown Ferret 19 smacks his head on the cylinder on the half-pipe attack, and it pushes him down and had no chance of making the dismount. That is such a shame to see Irish go out like that, and he will not even get as far as he did in the last tournament. But now we move on to Disappoint. Disappoint failed really deep in the first stage last tournament. He failed the last obstacle, the rope jungle. Disappoint. Will he make it third time to charm? Hopefully he won't disappoint. Bit of a terrible pun, but we'll move on from that. Disappoint. On to the globe twist. Disappoint has made it pretty far here on his previous 2 appearances, but can he finally capitalize and get it clear? Pretty sure he has cleared on other courses. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Disappoint is on to the jumping spider. Gets to jump onto that first ledge, the second and the third, looking into the fourth ledge, dropping down to the fifth ledge, and Disappoint onto the half-pipe attack. He goes for the jump. This is the obstacle that just took out Crown Ferret 19. Hopefully he won't get a concussion. Disappoint. He will not. Disappoint. Onto the warp wall. He's doing pretty good here so far as he gets up the wall in one. Can he finally get that first clear? But he's gonna have to defeat some new obstacles, beginning with the compass cross. It just took out Snoz, but Disappoint gets into the third compass, eyeing down the fourth one, almost overshoots it, but Disappoint's got 40 seconds remaining as he goes into the tilted tacos, but he does not get a jump going into the second taco. Oh, that's disappointing. Disappoint. He pressed his button too late as he tried to go for the second taco. Ah, that's such a shame. On now to Halo Fan. Halo Fan had a remarkable run in the last tournament. He was one of 9 competitors to clear the first stage in the last tournament. For the jump ahead to the jumping spider, Halo Fan is going to get into the second ledge of the jumping spider. Halo Fan got all the way to the hanging hoops in the last tournament. Let's see if he can get back to stage 2 today. Halo Fan onto the half-pipe attack. It's a pretty tough obstacle. But Halo Fan, he gets a low grapple. Bit of a close call. But if you do get a little lower on the grapple, it does actually help you get a little more distance on your grapple. So in the end, it worked out for Halo Fan as he moves on to the compass cross. Let's see if he can get through the new obstacle. No, he cannot! Halo Fan fails mounting into the first compass. Ah, that is such a shame. What went wrong here? He just did not have enough momentum, and he goes crashing down. The first of the All-Stars to go is Atlantic Champ. Atlantic is the host of Halo Sasuke and is competing for his 19th time. He made his debut in the 5th tournament and would see his first success in Tournament 7. In Tournament 14, he got to the 3rd stage for his first time. He's the only to get there in that tournament. 5 tournaments later, he got to the final stage, however has not had any success on Halo Infinite, with 2 painful Stage 1 failures in a row, going out on the rope jungle and the jumping spider respectively. Now Atlantic Champ looks to bounce back and put on a performance worthy of his All-Star title. Atlantic with a bit of a lower number than what we're used to seeing, but hopefully that won't affect him here in Tournament 25, as he looks to pick up his 11th clear on the first stage. Atlantic Champ, he is very capable of doing good here on Spartan Sasuke. He's cleared the first stage 10 times on Halo 5, including that final stage in Tournament 19. But we'd love to finally get some success here on the new game. I mean, it's over a year old that we've been jumping on this game, but you know, it's still relatively new. Anyways, Atlantic Champ going quickly here on the jumping spider. He failed a drop last tournament. Can Atlantic get through it? Yes, he can. Revenge achieved onto the half-pipe attack. Atlantic Champ looking into the grapple. Can he get it? Atlantic, yes he can. Onto the warp wall. Can Atlantic get up the warp wall 1? No, he cannot. He's down to a minute, but he does get up the warp wall in 2. Now for the obstacle that just took out Halo Fan, the Compass Cross. Atlantic, pretty worried about this obstacle. Let's see if he can get through it. Looking into the third compass. Fourth compass, Atlantic gets into it nicely. Down to 40 seconds. Onto the tilted tacos. We saw Disappoint go out here. Atlantic, he's going quickly here on the tilted tacos. He's gonna get a safe jump here as he's struggling a little on that fourth taco, but gets to jump into the first rope of the rope jungle. Can he get his revenge from Tournament 23? This is a jump he failed. Gets it this time, and Atlantic Champ is gonna get his first clear on Halo Infinite, clearing with 13.4 seconds remaining. Well done, Atlantic Champ. He's finally made it 3rd time's the charm here on this game, and he is the 5th competitor this tournament moving on. Atlantic Champ, he gets his revenge on the drop. He gets through the new obstacles, and Atlantic Champ will move on for the 11th time.
What the f, Grog? What the f, Grog? Oh! There's no way. There's no way. Oh, it's good to be back. It is so good to be back. Oh my God.
And now it is nighttime here at Mount Midoriyama with 15 competitors left to take on the first stage. Kicking off nighttime, we have our last fast forward here on the first stage. Glass Aegis 01 failed Hoist the Anchor. YOLO Garcia YOLO'd his way into the water. Just X failed Hoist the Anchor. And JS Gotti, bit of a weird gamer tag, but he fails Hoist the Anchor as well. On to competitor number 90. Next up we have Could Be Better. Could Be Better. He failed the Joust Clash last time he competed in Tournament 23, and now returns for his 15th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. His appearance before that, he had a very unfortunate fail on the first obstacle. Let's see how the Aborigines Warrior Grand Champion does here on Tournament 25. Could be better. He was not feeling too confident going into this tournament, especially with the jumping spider. He was struggling with it a lot in practice, but can he get through it when it matters most? Could Be Better jumps up short of the first ledge of the jumping spider. He was really struggling with that obstacle, and his worries were justified. Could Be Better out on the jumping spider. Now 10 competitors left to take on the course. Up next is the new star, Sunnyside Splash. Sunnyside had a very unfortunate failure in the last tournament when he ran out of time as he was running towards the buzzer. Could not get his 4th clear. Right now, Sunnyside Splash looking to go for 6 here in Tournament 25. Looking to make up for that painful time up in the last tournament. He's going to take his time here on Hoist the Anchor. Hopefully it doesn't cost him like it did in Tournament 24. Hopefully he won't have Vietnam flashbacks if he times up again. But Sunnyside Splash, he's going to do everything he can to prevent that from happening again. Sunny into the jumping spider. Gets a very good jump into that first ledge. Sunnyside, can he get the drop? Sunny, yes he can. Sunnyside has never failed the jumping spider before. I hope that's true. Anyways, Sunnyside onto the half pipe attack. He had a very close call on this obstacle last tournament, but it looks like he gets a much cleaner grapple this time and makes it across nicely. Sunnyside Splash onto the warp wall. Sunny gets up it in 1. He did get up the warp wall in 1 last tournament. tournament, but he was just a little too slow. But he's at a much better pace this time as he heads into the second compass of the compass cross. Third compass gets that nicely. One more left for Sunnyside Splash. And Sunnyside is onto the tilted tacos. He's gonna take a safe jump here on the first taco. 30 seconds remaining as he goes for the third taco. He's gonna take his time, but he's still got plenty of time looking into the rope jungle. Gets a good slide into that. Second rope. Third rope. Looking into the fourth rope. Fifth rope. He's taking his time. The klaxon sounds, but he's got enough time this time. Clearing with 7.2 seconds remaining. Well done, Sunnyside Splash. He's got his revenge here on the first stage. He makes it through for the fourth time in his career, and it's the sixth this tournament to move on to the second stage. He had a much cleaner run on the grapple hook on the half pipe attack this tournament. And Sunnyside Splash is gonna move on once again to the second stage.
Let's go! Yes! Let's go! Finally!
So, stage 1, I think, is overall probably the same difficulty as last time, which, considering I haven't done a ton of practice for this tournament, isn't the best for me. But in the little bit of practice I have done, I've done reasonably well on this stage, so maybe, hopefully I can beat it, but I don't know. I'm just gonna hope for the best.
The next all-star to take on the course is the host of Spartan Ninja Warrior, Flamosaurus. Flame is one of the original 23 competitors to compete in the first tournament. He cleared the first stage in Tournament 3, and after a 3-tournament hiatus, would reach the third stage in Tournament 7. The last time he failed Stage 2 was in Tournament 11, and in the tournament following, he was crowned an all-star after getting first place. Flame had a bit of a curse when it came to the cliffhanger, but he would overcome that curse, and in Tournament 20, he would get to the final stage. After an unfortunate fail on the jumping spider in the following tournament, he got to the third stage in his next 2 appearances, but in the last tournament, the jumping spider would bite back on his 20th appearance. Now, Flame looks to get revenge here in Tournament 25 and clear the first stage for his 15th time. Flame usually does not feel confident when he comes in to run, but he has proven to be one of the most consistent competitors on this course, which makes it even more important that he succeeds this time considering his failure last tournament. He said after last tournament that 21 is a cooler number, which today is his 21st appearance. Let's see if he can live up to those words. Flamosaurus. Time to get some revenge on the jumping spider. He's 50-50 on this obstacle in the last 4 tournaments. Flamosaurus! He gets into the first ledge this time, but he's not done with the obstacle yet. He's going quickly up to the 4th ledge, jumps down to the 5th ledge, and revenge achieved. Flamosaurus, 80 seconds as he goes into the half-pipe attack. Flamosaurus, almost comes up short of that bar, but he gets a nice safe jump. Flamosaurus goes high into the sky as he completes the half-pipe attack. On now to the warp wall. Flamosaurus up the wall in 1. This is a guy who has set the fastest time before, but I don't think he's gonna get this time. Anyways, he's onto the compass cross. Flame was very worried about the compass cross. Let's see if he can get through it. Flame taking his time going into the 3rd compass. This is an obstacle you really want to take your time on, and Flame has done just that. Less than 40 seconds as he goes into the tilted tacos. Flame going quickly through the tilted tacos, gets a safe jump on that 4th one. Fell back a little, struggling a little with the dismount, but he makes it through. 25 seconds. Flamosaurus, he's doing pretty good here. Making it up to the 5th rope. Flamosaurus, 15.9 seconds remaining. And that is his 15th clear on Spartan Sasuke. Well done, Flamosaurus, making up for his fail in the last tournament. He did not put in as much practice for this tournament, but he relied on his own skills, and it was enough to carry him forward onto the second stage for the second time here on Infinite. Well done, Flamosaurus, the 7th this tournament to move on.
Still got
Nice.
it. Still got it.
And on to another Flame. This is Eternal Flame. He made his debut in the first Halo Infinite tournament where he failed the rope jungle. In the last tournament, he got 4th place, getting all the way to the Omega Ring on the second stage. Now looking to follow that up with another impressive run here in Tournament 25. Like free MMO Direct, Eternal Flame is one of the big rising stars here on Halo Infinite. One of the big Halo Infinite newcomers. Eternal Flame has put in a lot of practice for this tournament. He says he could get really far. Could he even get to the final stage? I don't know if I'm getting ahead of myself, but he's got to get to stage 3 first, which he's got to get back to the second stage. Eternal Flame onto the half-pipe attack. Can he get onto the thing? Yes, he can. Onto the bar, onto the grapple. Eternal Flame gets through the half-pipe attack. 70 seconds, he's at a very fast pace as he gets up the warp wall in 1. Could he potentially be going for the fastest time? Who knows? Let's see if he can get through the compass cross. This is a tough obstacle. Almost comes up short of that second one. Bit of a close call there. But Eternal Flame gets through the new obstacle. And he's down to 50 seconds onto the tilted tacos. Onto the third taco, 4th taco. He's got 43 seconds as he's going quickly up the rope jungle. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the fastest time, but it's still a very impressive 36.8 seconds. What a run from Eternal Flame, clearing stage 1 for his second time on Spartan Sasuke. He is 2 for 3 here on Halo Infinite, and Eternal Flame, he went very quickly throughout the first stage. As his name suggests, he loves to go fast. Eternal Flame will make his way to the second stage. Well done, Eternal. We will see you on the second stage.
I mean, the fact that I'm here for this tournament is already, I guess, a win in my book. 4.5 months without jumping on Halo. We'll see how much I can kick off the rest here in this run, but it's nice to be back. Obviously, 1 away from a huge milestone. Maybe that'll be next tournament. I'm not going to promise anything, but let's hope I can get back to stage 2 again.
Up next, we have the veteran Weapon Matt making his 19th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. There's Snoz and Irish wishing him good luck. Last tournament, Weapon Matt failed the hanging hoops. Weapon Matt almost did not show up for this tournament. He's been very busy with college and throughout his winter break, but Weapon Matt made the time to compete here. And his next appearance after this, did a little 360 there. Oh, but he does make it work, unlike Elite. But Weapon Matt onto the glow twist. Weapon Matt, his next appearance after this will be his 20th appearance. We'll see if it ends up being next tournament. Hopefully it'll all work out for him. But right now, Weapon Matt on the jumping spider. Weapon Matt has been struggling with this stage in practice. He was not feeling as confident as he did in the last tournament. But let's see how Weapon Matt does. He got through the half-pipe attack last tournament. It's not any different than it was in Tournament 24. And it looks like Weapon Matt is going to do it again on the half-pipe attack. Weapon Matt onto the warped wall. Can he get up the wall? He beats the wall in 1. 55 seconds as he enters the compass cross. This is the one he was the most worried about. Can Weapon Matt get through it? He's into the second compass. Third compass gets the slide. Fourth compass. Oh, he slides off the 4th compass. Weapon Matt fails the compass cross. Such a tough way to go out. Let's see what went wrong here. Weapon Matt. He was just a little too low, and there was no chance of recovering from that.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You were there,
In
dude.
it.
Good
So
run.
close.
Damn.
Dude, did you trim your toenails today? Because it looks like you did.
No. I had it too. I didn't hold forward.
Weapon Matt with a tough failure on the compass cross.
Yeah, I mean, a big landmark tournament, this being the 25th, and then, of course, my 20th appearance, which maybe adds a little bit of extra pressure, especially since my track record of 20th appearances isn't very good. Smokey's course, we don't need to talk about that. Abs didn't go very well. It did go very well on Irish's, but yeah, I just want to keep focused. This stage one's tough. The half pipe, I think, is the one that's caused me the most trouble, but I'm not taking the new obstacles at the end of stage one for granted, either. But, you know, stage one was really tough last tournament, and I managed to pull through. And I think I can do it again today. I just got to keep focused and see if we can get through stage one again.
Making his landmark 20th appearance on Spartan Sasuke is the legendary host of Ninja Warrior of Halo, Hunter Unit 751. Like Flame, Hunter has competed in Spartan Sasuke since Tournament 1. His personal best came in Tournament 4 when he failed the last obstacle of Stage 3. After reaching the third stage again in Tournament 8, Hunter took a 1-year break from the course. Unfortunately, his return did not go smoothly as he failed Stage 1 in Tournament 13 and in his following two appearances. In Tournament 17, Hunter put on a remarkable comeback by reaching the third stage again. Afterwards, his already rough Stage 2 resume would get even rougher. The only time he cleared the second stage since 17 came in Tournament 21. Notably, he's failed the transfers on multiple variations of the Salmon Ladder in 4 of his last 6 attempts at the second stage, including both the previous 2 tournaments on Halo Infinite. Now, Hunter Unit 751 has an even bigger goal this tournament that goes beyond Spartan Sasuke. If Hunter can clear Stage 1 this tournament, it will be his 100th ever Stage 1 clear in his storied Halo jumping career. His first ever clear coming in the first tournament of Halo Ninja Warrior all the way back in 2012 at the dawn of Halo 4. Clearing the first stage here means a lot, not just for him, but Halo jumping as a whole. Let's see if Hunter can do it again here on his landmark 20th appearance. A very anticipated run, Hunter on the globe twist. Hunter is gonna get through this obstacle and onto the jumping spider. This is the obstacle he failed in Tournament 22. Hopefully that won't haunt him here on this tournament. Hunter is gonna take his time with the inside of the obstacle. Eyeing down the drop, Hunter making it through the jumping spider onto the half-pipe attack. He was worried about this obstacle last tournament. He's worried about it again this tournament. Hunter gets the slide into the bar. Can he get the grapple though? Gets a nice early grapple and Hunter makes it through. Hunter now faces the warp wall with less than a minute remaining. Up it in 1 onto the compass cross. We just saw Weapon Mount go out here. Please do not fail this new obstacle, Hunter. A lot is riding on this. He's into the second compass. Looking into the third compass. He's got it. Now for the fourth compass. And Hunter, he's down to 37 seconds as he goes into the tilted tacos, the last of the new obstacles on this stage. He's gonna land on the front of the tilted tacos as he gets the safe jump on each one. Hunter now looks into the rope jungle. He is so close. He can smell his 100th clear. Come on, Hunter. Just one more rope remaining. Come on, Hunter. Yes, he's got it. 11.7 seconds remaining. Hunter Unit 751 has cleared Stage 1 for his 100th time in his Halo jumping career. What a moment it is for the history of Halo jumping. Hunter Unit 751 has done it. He's got the 100th clear.
Come on. It's over. Yeah, boys. Yeah, boys.
Let's go.
That's the 100. That's the 100 clears.
We had
100 stage 1 clears.
Good
we
job,
had,
man.
we had a
Let's go.
spectator
11
tragedy. but
11
we
years,
overcame
just
that.
over 11 years since that guy, where is he? That guy over there gave me number 1. Can't believe I've managed to get 100 of these. Thank you, guys.
I haven't been practicing as much as I usually do in the past tournaments, but I actually put a little bit of effort into this tournament. Not because it was my 10th one. I didn't realize it was my 10th one until you told me like 5 minutes ago. But it would be pretty ironic if I failed the jumping spider again, though, because that was the first obstacle I ever failed. And to be honest, if that happens, I wouldn't be too upset, because that would be pretty ironic, but we're going to try to not have that happen. And, yeah, I feel pretty confident on everything. Maybe I can do good.
Making his landmark 10th appearance is the new star Petrillo Fam 4. Petrillo has not missed a tournament since his debut in Tournament 16. His first success came in Tournament 19, and in Tournament 20, he would take that success to the final stage. He was crowned a new star and would follow that up with another impressive run in Tournament 21. However, Halo 5 would end on a bit of a sour note for him on the second stage, but he would reach the third stage again in the first Halo Infinite tournament. Last time he failed the hanging hoops on stage 2. Despite the second stage being a bit rough for Petrillo recently, he has an impressive streak going on here in the first stage as he aims for his 7th clear in a row. Despite not putting in as much practice, he is a very skilled jumper on his own. When he needs to, he can rely on his own skills to carry him far. His skills will be put to the test here in Tournament 25 as he makes his 10th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. He was getting good luck from Joey Davis. He'll be running right after Petrillo, a fellow new star. Anyways, Petrillo, can he get 7 in a row here in Tournament 25? Petrillo onto the globe twist. He's gonna go quickly for the right side of this obstacle. Ooh, taking a bit of a safe jump there on that 4th one. But, nice recovery. Petrillo onto the jumping spider, the obstacle he failed in both of his first 2 appearances on Spartan Sasuke. Not too much height on that jump, but he still makes it across and gets the drop down to the 5th ledge. Petrillo Fam 4 is onto the half pipe attack. Petrillo is going quickly into this obstacle. He's got 72 seconds remaining as he goes for the grapple. At a very good pace so far, Petrillo Fam 4 gets the grapple on a half pipe attack onto the warp wall. Petrillo does not get up the warp wall in 1. He's shooting that pistol, but he does get up into, luckily. Anyways, Petrillo onto the compass cross. This new obstacle, let's see how he does. Petrillo onto the 2nd compass. Onto the 3rd compass, looking into the 4th one. Less than 40 seconds as he dismounts from the obstacle. Onto the tilted tacos. He's gonna take his time on the 1st one. Gonna land on the front of the 2nd one. Onto the 3rd one, does the same. Looking into the 4th taco! Petrillo Fam does not get a jump! Petrillo Fam 4 is out on the tilted tacos! And for the first time since Tournament 18, Petrillo Fam 4 will not be moving on to the 2nd stage! That is so unfortunate. He does not get a jump off the 3rd taco. Either he just did not press the button at all, or he just hit it too late, and it could not register. That is such a shame!
Oh, no! I didn't jump! No! Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's a horrible performance. I had it. It was in my hands.
Petrillo, what a heartbreaker for him.
Last tournament was rough, but going in this tournament, I feel even less confident than I did last tournament. The jumping spider here behind me is the obstacle I'm most worried about. I don't have a solid technique down for the trampoline. Other than that, the new compass cross is a very difficult obstacle that could definitely take me out. Those are the main 2 obstacles. Basically, I really don't feel good on the stage, but you never know. Hopefully I can pull through.
The last new star to take on the course is Joey Davis, the host of a new course on Halo Infinite, Trials of Achilles. Joey made his debut in Tournament 19 and would use the gap in between Tournaments 19 and 20 to hone in his skills as a jumper, and it paid off as he got deep into the third stage. In Tournament 21, he came closer than anyone since Tournament 13 to achieving total victory. He got back to the third stage in Tournament 23, but in the last tournament would produce a shocker going out on the last jump of the second stage. Recently, he achieved total victory in Irish Warrior 25 and became the first person to successfully climb that tower in 14 tournaments. Today, Joey makes his 6th appearance on Spartan Sasuke as he aims to get back to the final stage and achieve total victory, just like he did in Irish Warrior. Despite only competing since 2020, Joey has already grown to become one of the most skilled jumpers in the community. People like to talk about Fireball's quick rise at the end of Halo 4 and during the Master Chief Collection, as well as Swantron's rise in the early half of Halo 5. But Joey takes it to a whole new level when you consider how many final stages he's reached throughout his jumping career, and recently achieving a total victory on Irish's course. Joey might be one of the greatest jumpers of all time, and he looks to add another total victory to his impressive jumping resume. But now he faces the jumping spider. He was worried about this obstacle, but he handled it quite well. Trials of JD, now as he's known, he's onto the half-pipe attack. I did make a comment that we were going to call him Joey Davis from here on out. We'll still call him Joey, but he did actually make a decent gamer tag for once going into this tournament, so I figured I'd give him credit where credit is due. Anyways, Joey Davis up the warp wall. Minute left going into the compass cross. Will he get through the new obstacle? He's into the second compass. He's into the third compass, looking into the fourth. And he's through the new obstacle, but now he just saw his friend Petrillo go out on this obstacle. He's going to full send it, unlike Petrillo. Hopefully it doesn't haunt him, which it does not. Trials of JD. He's going very quickly here on the first stage, and he is going to clear stage 1 with 30.3 seconds remaining. Well done to Trials of JD, clearing the first stage for his 5th time on Spartan Sasuke. He becomes the 10th this tournament to clear the first stage. He was a little worried going into this tournament, especially with this jumping spider, but it had nothing on him as he easily defeated that and the tilted tacos that just took out Patrol, avenging his fail. Well done, Trials of JD, moving back to the second stage.
It's a new design stage. You know, I'm coming into it. I feel like it's just like all new to me, a lot of new obstacles. As far as what I'm concerned about, getting into the spider is definitely, I think, on the top of that list. That bounce can go either or. I mean, I could get a good bounce. I could come up just short. I might not get a bounce at all. I'm hoping I get a bounce. If I do get through the spider, I do see myself getting hopefully all the way to the compasses, and if I can get through that, I should be golden to get through stage 1, but we'll take it one obstacle at a time and we'll see what happens.
The next of the All-Stars to take on the course is Fireball. He is one of only 2 competitors to compete in every tournament of Spartan Sasuke. His early success led to him being crowned one of the first 5 All-Stars. After a few unfortunate stage 1 failures, he got to the final stage in Tournament 8 where he came up short of total victory. He failed the final jump of stage 3 in Tournament 11. In the last 9 tournaments, Fireball has reached the third stage 7 times, including another trip to the final stage in the last Halo 5 tournament. He got first place in the first Halo Infinite tournament as well, but in the last tournament he became another shocking victim of the hanging hoops. Now Fireball returns for his 25th appearance on Spartan Sasuke in the 25th tournament. He now aims to get his 17th clear on the first stage, his 6th in a row. Fireball is a guy who loves to go fast. He has the most amount of fastest times on the first stage with 6, including in each of the previous 3 tournaments. But if Fireball wants the fastest time this tournament, he will need to set a new speed record, which was achieved by Free MMO Direct earlier this tournament. But But I think more importantly is just getting through this first stage. I mean, and it's nice to have the fastest time and all, but it's way more important that you get through each of these 9 obstacles. That fastest time, just a little bonus, but he is going very quick here on the first stage, taking a little bit of time getting started here on the jumping spider, but he makes it through that tough obstacle. Onto the half pipe attack, less than 80 seconds as he goes straight into the grapple. Ooh, almost hits his head like Irish did earlier, but he makes it onto the warp wall. Fireball jumping into the warp wall, and he gets up in 1 onto the compass cross. Let's see how he handles this new obstacle. Going quickly into the second compass. Third compass, looking into the fourth and final compass. And he makes it through. 50 seconds as he enters the tilted tacos. Going full send on the ends of the tacos. And Fireball makes it through and onto the rope jungle. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the fastest time, but it's still a very impressive run from Fireball as he clears with 35.2 seconds remaining. Well done to Fireball, picking up his 17th Stage 1 clear on Spartan Sasuke. Congratulations, Fireball. He demolished the first stage. Even with that fast time, it was still only the 3rd fastest time, but it's still a very impressive run from Fireball nonetheless. And he's 11th this tournament, moving on to the 2nd stage. Well done, Fireball.
This is the first time I'm doing a run that I'm going for 5 clears in a row, so I would like to be able to keep that stack going. Not sure how long it will go because everybody knows I am inconsistent as anything. So yeah, hopefully I can keep this streak going.
It'll be 4 in a row last.
Oh, say it today. Oh.
Bit of a hiccup there. But the next to last competitor to take on the first stage is Vulcan. Formerly known as Strafe Helix, he has competed in every tournament since Tournament 4, and his first success was the final stage in Tournament 7. He nearly got back there in Tournament 8, but has not been to the final stage again. Despite that, he is one of the top competitors on this course, having cleared the first stage 12 times and the second stage 9 times. After Tournament 16, he was finally crowned an All-Star. Notably, Vulcan has never failed the cliffhanger on Spartan Sasuke, but had this close call in Tournament 22. After failing the hanging hoops in Tournament 23, he got to the Blade Hopper on Stage 3 in the last tournament, where he got first place. After being the bridesmaid to Ump 3 times before, he can finally say he got first place in Spartan Sasuke. Now Vulcan looks to follow up on his success and pick up his 13th clear on the first stage. There have been a few competitors before who have struggled to reach 13 clears, but hopefully Strength won't suffer that same fate. Hopefully 13 will be Vulcan's lucky number. Yeah, bit of a bad habit still calling him Strafe since he did change his gamertag to Vulcan. Very similar to his first gamertag, Vulcan 1610. However, I want to say that gamertag has been taken since then, but never mind that. Vulcan is on to the jumping spider, making his 22nd appearance on the course. He's competed in every tournament. Since his debut in Tournament 4, he almost comes up short of that drop, but he gets a very nice safe jump there. Right now, Vulcan onto the half-pipe attack. This has been a tough obstacle this tournament, but Vulcan, oh, an even closer call on that grapple. Gets a lot of height there, but Vulcan onto the warp wall. Does not get up in 1, unfortunately. Let's see if he can get up in 2. No, he cannot. Vulcan is struggling a little with the warp wall, but the struggles is over. He's up in 3. Still got plenty of time going into the compass cross. He can afford to take his time here, despite some struggles on the warp wall. Vulcan eyeing down that 4th compass. Vulcan makes the dismount. Now for the tilted tacos. Gotta take his time on the first one. He's on the second one. Third nicely. On to the 4th one. Vulcan It's the safe jump and into the rope jungle. And it looks like 13 will be his lucky number here on Spartan Sasuke. He's gonna get his 13th clear on Spartan Sasuke's first stage. 12.9 seconds remaining and gets launched by the landmine. That was interesting to see, but Vulcan clears the first stage again. Well done. He had a very close call here on the jumping spider and on the half pipe attack. It looks like he got on the side of that head slide. Struggled a little with the warp wall, but despite some close calls, he is moving on once again to the second stage.
Let's go, Stray!
Hey!
Holy
Whoa,
shit.
and he's out of here, and he's out of there.
Out of the park.
And before we get to the final run, let's look at this tournament Spartan Slayer. The honor of this tournament goes to Hoist the Anchor, taking out 22 of the 87 Spartans that attempted it. This obstacle is quite simple, however if you don't know how to crouch jump, it can be much tougher. Although most of the competitors that failed this obstacle are randos, the most notable failure on this obstacle came from Sakeshi, who made it to the 7th obstacle just 2 tournaments ago. I think it's safe to say that these anchors won't be lifting these 22 victims out of the water. Better luck to them in the future. And now we have come to the final run on the first stage for Tournament 25. For our Mr. 100 Smoky Massacre, a record is on the line with this run. From tournaments 5 through 13, Swantron 97 cleared the first stage 9 tournaments in a row. Smoky now aims to break that record with his 10th clear in a row.
You know, I'm really happy to be here on my 25th appearance. A quarter of the way to 100, right? We're gonna get there someday. Who knows? Anyway, I'm really excited to take on this stage. You know, I'm shooting for my 10th straight stage 1 clear, which is not something I really want to think about right now. I don't want that added pressure. I just want to improve on last tournament, and obviously in order to do that I have to get back to stage 3. So I gotta start with this stage 1 and take it one obstacle at a time. My floor for this tournament is honestly that jumping spider. My ceiling is the final stage. So anything in the middle can happen, and I am just anxious to actually start running and see how it all plays out.
The final competitor taking on the first stage is the legendary 2-time champion and host of Halo Ninja Warrior, Smoky Massacre. Like Fireball, Smoky has competed in every tournament of Spartan Sasuke. His first total victory came in Tournament 8. Then he failed the third stage 3 tournaments in a row while getting further each time, including a pipe slider fail in Tournament 11. After failing stage 1 in Tournament 12, he would go on in Tournament 13 to become the first competitor in Halo jumping to achieve total victory twice on the same course. The first stage would bite back in the following 2 tournaments, but Smoky would not be defeated. Despite failing the second stage for his first time in Tournament 16, it would mark the beginning of Smoky's current Stage 1 clear streak. This includes a record-breaking 6 tournaments in a row where he reached the third stage from Tournament 17 through 22. Despite most of these third stage runs not going his way, in the final Halo 5 tournament, he failed the final jump of the third stage, knocking on the door of a potential third total victory. He shockingly failed the hanging hoops in Tournament 23, but in the last tournament he got back to the third stage, going out on the blade hopper. Now, Smoky Massacre looks to become the first competitor on Spartan Sasuke to clear the first stage 10 tournaments in a row. He's seen it happen multiple times on Halo Ninja Warrior, and now has a chance to do it himself on Spartan Sasuke. Smoky would love to get far at this tournament, considering that a lot of his recent runs on the third stage have been a little disappointing. Smoky wants to succeed, especially here in Tournament 25, because he announced that later this year there will be a 6-month period that he will be away from his Xbox. This means that Smoky will most likely miss the next tournament and lose his perfect attendance record. It is very important to Smoky that he puts up a good run tonight, and that begins with him going for his 10th Stage 1 clear in a row his 19th overall in Spartan Sasuke. He now heads to the jumping spider. This is the obstacle he failed back in Tournament 7, one of only 6 times he's ever failed the first stage. But Smokey, once again handling the jumping spider, and for the 10th tournament in a row he's through that obstacle. Can he get through the half pipe attack? The obstacle he failed back in Tournament 6 back when it was the man cannon version. But no, struggles with the grapple. He's going to skip the cylinder. What a move by Smokey Massacre. Gets a really good jump on that grapple and he gets up the wall in one. Now for the compass cross, the new obstacle. This has been a tough obstacle for a few of our competitors, but a lot of competitors have been getting through it as well. Smokey Massacre is no different from the competitors that have succeeded. He's onto the tilted tacos. Down to 40 seconds. He's knocking on the door of history. He's onto the rope jungle quickly. Smokey Massacre. He is going to make history. The first competitor on Spartan Sasuke to clear 10 tournaments in a row. Does so with 28.2 seconds remaining. A new record has been set for most consecutive Stage 1 clears on Spartan Sasuke. Well done, Smokey Massacre. He demolished the first stage, conquered the new obstacles.
Damn, you made that look easy. My God, bro.
Wow.
Shout out to Smokey when Rog was asking him the interview questions of like, hey, you did make it 10 in a row. Smokey's just like groaning. I can just like visualize him shaking his head.
Didn't you hear what he said? He said, I wish you
like,
wouldn't have told me that. I think
he's
what he
like,
said.
Yeah.
And that will conclude the first stage of Tournament 25. 100 competitors attempted the course, but in the end, 13 will move on to the second stage. The Worker of Meme and Free MMO Direct will attempt the second stage for the first time. They are joined by Cobra, Tricky Cyrus, Atlantic Champ, Sunnyside Splash, Flamosaurus, Eternal Flame, Hunter Unit 751, Trials of JD, Fireball, Vulcan, and Smokey Massacre. For this brave band of 13, the journey on Spartan Sasuke 25 has just begun. Now they must face the perils that lie within the second stage.
But like, since we're in stage 2 right now, like, there's a whole new set of obstacles. Like, there's that samurai that Hunter failed like a million times at this point, and at this point, all I want to do is just try to get past that obstacle. Maybe get to the 2.3.
Honestly, it felt really good clearing stage 1. I kind of just took everything I've learned and finally placed it all out there, and I'm just really happy right now, to be honest. Stage 2 here, these samurai behind me, it's really hard to get those perfect crouch jumps, but I hope I can clear it and get to stage 3 if I can clear the rest of the course.
You know, it's nice finally getting back through stage 2. However, I do not feel very confident. Well, I don't expect myself to clear stage 2 basically, but you know, I have my friends, aka my fans, with me, and they're gonna come and support me, and hopefully I can do the best that I can here tonight on this stage.
I'm pretty nervous about the hanging hoops because they're really difficult, and also the Omega Ring because, you know, sometimes I just couldn't get the timing down. But if I get past those, I think I have a chance of clearing and moving on to stage 3. So whatever happens, happens, and I hope I do good in my run.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I was starting to forget what it's like to clear a ROG stage 1. It's been so long, and ever since this game switch has happened, I've been kind of crap at this course. But going into stage 2, I kinda just have one goal in mind, and that is redemption on this hanging hoops.
What I'm worried about is the time limit, because it's actually kind of tough for me. Well, for me personally, and I would also say the Omega Ring, because I don't know. It's just it has this like weird corner jump and it's kind of tough to get around it.
Okay, stage 2, we made it. I have already massively cleared my expectations for this tournament, so now I'm kind of just seeing how far I can take it. And this stage is not easy. It is not fun. I don't think I'm gonna clear, but if by some miracle I do, that'd be pretty neat, so I hope it happens.
Clearing stage 1 again obviously was a big deal because of that. Getting that 100th stage 1 clear in my entire career was a huge deal for me, and to get it on one of the biggest courses was great. 14 stage 1s out of 20 appearances is also pretty darn good, but I mean, look, everyone knows my record on stage 2 just on this course alone is terrible, and for whatever reason I've just started having trouble with the salmon ladder. Failed at the last 2 tournaments. I do feel confident on it, and I felt confident I could beat it in the last tournament. I think I can beat it today, and maybe I can finally get a shot at those rings, the 4th obstacle.
Last tournament, failing last jump of stage 2 was pretty rough for me. I did not expect to fail it. Coming in this tournament, obviously beating stage 1, I wasn't really expecting to do that much, so to get here is nice. I'm mostly worried about the salmon ladder and the 5th obstacle, the Omega ring. But I really want revenge on this stage. I want to get back to stage 3, and I think I can do it, so I'm going to put in my best shot.
I'm feeling a little bit more confident than I did, I want to say, the last time that I failed stage 2. I feel like if I can get through the salmon ladder, I have a pretty good chance on clearing the stage. But, you know, there's a few obstacles after that I really got to take my time on, especially those rings. I've got a technique down for it where I feel mostly confident to get through it, but we're going to take each obstacle one at a time, and we'll see what happens.
Well, I managed to keep my streak going, and now I'm up to four in a row. I'm up to 4 in a row. Also going for 10 stage 2 clears, so hopefully I can get that, because that would be exciting. And I don't think many people say they've got 10 stage 3 attempts in their career, so yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get that as well.
Man, I'm happy I got past stage 1, and now the next challenge is here, stage 2. I failed it a couple tournaments ago on those hanging hoops. I feel pretty confident in this stage. You know, I feel like it went pretty smoothly last tournament, so hopefully I can stay focused enough to do the exact same thing as last tournament again. But yeah, I'm going to put my best foot forward and hopefully get my way back to stage 3.
The second stage of Tournament 25, a very similar course to what we saw in the last tournament, but this is the same stage that only 2 competitors beat last tournament, so it'll be up to these 13 Spartans to bring us more success here in Tournament 25. First to go is the newcomer, Worker of Meme. What a tournament it has been for him. It's not often we see newcomers clear the first stage, and he's the first to do it here on Halo Infinite. He'll have 80 seconds to complete 6 obstacles, beginning with the box office. Worker of Meme is going very quickly through these boxes, nicely for the first obstacle, and on to the triple salmon ladder. Ooh, hits his head, but able to recover. Ooh, hits his head again, and he's facing forward. I don't know if I like that approach. It's not the best strategy, but he's into the 5th bar. Looking into the 6th bar, he comes up short again, having a little bit of trouble with the triple salmon ladder, but he does eventually make it up. 45 seconds for the double compressor, but he comes up short of the first compressor. Still a great run from the newcomer getting this far. But next, we have Free MMO Direct, the other competitor taking on stage 2 for the first time. Free MMO Direct has been to the final stage on other courses, including Irish Warrior. Let's see if Free can do it here in Tournament 25 of Spartan Sasuke. He's also facing forward. I wonder if this is a PC thing, if it's easier for them to face forward, I don't know. But he's struggling a little bit with the triple salmon ladder as well, but not as much as Worker of Meme. Can he be the first through the double compressor? Gets into the first one, second one, and Free MMO Direct is on to the hanging hoops. This obstacle has been so deadly the previous 2 tournaments, but Free is going quickly and mounts onto the 3rd hoop. Free's got 33 seconds as he goes into the Omega Ring. How will he handle this obstacle? It took out Eternal Flame last tournament, but not Free MMO Direct. He's on to the final obstacle, the Combo Cross. Can he defeat this stage on his first attempt at it? Free eyeing down the repulsor, and he comes up short of the ring! Oh no, Free cannot get into the ring of the repulsor. He was 2 jumps away from defeating this stage, but he just comes up short of the ring.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No! I undershot it. Why did I do that?
Such a shame to see him go out at the very end of stage 2. Hopefully this doesn't begin a curse like past competitors. Up next we have Cobra. And there's Hunter once again wishing him good luck. Hunter will be running this stage later, but right now it is Cobra's turn to take it on. This is his second time facing the second stage. The last time was Tournament 21 when he failed the metal spin. This tournament, the 2.5, is the Omega Ring. Cobra's going to take his time here on the box office. Hopefully this won't cost him here. It takes him almost 15 seconds just to get through the first obstacle. He's gonna need a good run here on the triple salmon ladder to try and make up some time. It's not a very lenient time limit, and he is struggling getting up to that 3rd bar. Gets the safe jump onto the 4th bar. Gets up to the 6th bar. 2nd transfer. Gets another safe jump. Struggling it into that last bar. But he's only down to 40 seconds. He's got half the time, less time than Worker Memed, and he's really gonna have to pick it up here on these later obstacles. Cobra is onto the hanging hoops. This is a tough obstacle. Goes for the 2nd hoop. Gets the slide. Now for the 3rd hoop. And makes it as well, but he's only down to 20 seconds. Is he going to have enough time to clear the remaining obstacles? 15 seconds for the Omega Ring. Cobra misses the Omega Ring, and he cannot beat the 5th obstacle again. He cannot set a personal best. He's only going to tie it.
Oh, no.
That's
Missed
right.
angle glitch.
A bit of a shame to see him once again going out on a very similar obstacle to the metal spin. But up next we have Tricky Cyrus, the new star. Tricky has never failed the 2nd stage before on Spartan Sasuke. Can he keep his perfect stage 2 record alive here in Tournament 25? Tricky taking a bit of a safe jump on the 3rd box of the box office. But Tricky Cyrus gets through and onto the triple salmon ladder. Tricky, he's taking his time going into the 2nd bar. Misses the 3rd bar, but gets up it this time. Can he get the 1st transfer? Yes, he can. Onto the 5th bar, 6th bar. Tricky onto the 7th bar, which he gets, and the 8th. Now for the double compressor, an obstacle he is familiar with, as well as this next obstacle, the hanging hoops. However, it's very tough. I don't know if it's tougher than it was on Halo 5. I want to say it is. However, one thing I do want to mention about the hanging hoops that I did not bring up earlier is that this obstacle has been nerfed since last tournament. The rings are a little closer than they were in the previous 2 tournaments, but right now, the obstacle that just took out Cobra, the Omega Ring, Tricky Cyrus is through it. And onto the combo cross. Can Tricky be the first competitor to move on to stage 3 this tournament? Klaxon soundings, he gets the jump for the repulsor, and Tricky Cyrus clears with 3.4 seconds remaining. He will continue his perfect streak here on the 2nd stage of the 4 times he's been here. Well done to Tricky Cyrus. A very good run all throughout the stage. And for the 4th time, Tricky Cyrus will advance to the 3rd stage of Spartan Sasuke.
Yes! Did I do it?
Nice! Let's go!
Oh, very close,
Yeah!
but still made it.
Alright, 9 competitors left to go. Next up, Atlantic Champ, the All-Star. This is his 19th appearance on the course. There's Cyan wishing him good luck. Let's see how Atlantic Champ does. First time taking on the stage on Halo Infinite. Last time he got to the 2nd stage, he failed the hanging hoops in the tournament that it was introduced. Right now, Atlantic Champ on the triple salmon ladder. Atlantic struggling a little bit getting into that 2nd bar, but nicely into the third and the fourth bars, taking his time going into the fifth bar. Sixth bar, he makes it up. Into the seventh bar, he gets a slide, but able to recover. 50 seconds as he enters the double compressor, and he comes up short just like Worker of Meme. Atlantic Champ, failing earlier than he did in Tournament 22. He cannot defeat the double compressor here on the second stage.
Oh my god. I'm so dumb.
The third obstacle taking out Atlantic Champ. But up next, we have Sunny Side Splash. He failed the second stage last time he got here. He failed the last obstacle, which at the time was the Domino Hill. Let's see if Sunny can get through the second stage this time, make up for his fail in Tournament 23. He made up for his fail in 24. Can he make up his fail in 23? Right now, Sunny Side Splash using the sides of the bar on the triple salmon ladder. A few competitors have used that technique before in the past and paid off for him. It gives you a nice visual cue of where you're at on the bar in relation to the wall. And Sunny Side is going to make that technique pay off. But onto the double compressor where we just saw Atlantic Champ go out. He's not going to fail it, and he's onto the hanging hoops. No one's failed this obstacle so far this tournament. Can Sunny Side get through it? Just like he did in Tournament 23. Yes, he can. Gets the safe jump. And he's got 25 seconds going into the Omega Ring. It should be enough time. But will he make it through? Sunny onto the Omega Ring. Gets the safe jump. And Sunny Side Splash onto the last obstacle. The combo cross. I almost said compass cross. Very similar names for these obstacles. But Sunny Side Splash. Less than 5 seconds. He needs to get the repulsor. And Sunny's going to clear with just a second remaining. A bit of a close call on the time. But Sunny Side Splash once again moving on to the third stage of Spartan Sasuke. And he's going to do it for his third time in his Spartan Sasuke career. A very clean run throughout the stage. Not a very fast run, but he made it pay off here. And Sunny is going to advance here in Tournament 25.
Did I make it? Yes! Let's go!
Up next, we have Flameosaurus. His 21st appearance on Spartan Sasuke, taking on Stage 2 for, I believe, his 15th appearance. Well, 15th time, actually. Anyways, Flameosaurus on the box office. He faced this obstacle back in Tournament 23. He failed the jumping spider back in Tournament 24. A very similar course to what he faced in Tournament 23, apart from the last obstacle and the shorter time limit. But Flame struggling to get up to the third bar. Here on the triple salmon ladder, Flameosaurus is going quickly on the rest of the obstacle, though. That is going to help him on time. Flame onto the double compressor. Gets a nice jump into that first one. Second one, and Flameosaurus moving on to the hanging hoops. Flameosaurus comes up short of the first hanging hoop! Oh no, Flame, he's failed the mount onto the hanging hoops. It's not the easiest mount, and Flameosaurus has failed it. Let's see what went wrong. Flameosaurus, he landed too low, and there's nowhere to go but down. Flameosaurus, for the first time since Tournament 11, fails the second stage. That is so unfortunate. But let's see if the other Flame can make it through. Eternal Flame has never beaten the second stage on Spartan Sasuke. He got there for the first time in the last tournament and is taking it on for his second time this tournament. He's already through the double compressor and he gets them out, unlike Flameosaurus. Eternal Flame, he failed the Omega Ring last tournament. Ooh, gets caught up by that second hoop on the hanging hoops, but he does get the jump on this time. Let's see if he can get revenge here on the Omega Ring. Eternal Flame Gets the safe jump nicely. Eternal nicely through the Omega Ring onto the combo cross. Eternal Flame misses the grapple, but he recovers! Eternal Flame is just like Sunny Side Splash on the first stage last tournament. He gets a beautiful recovery on the grapple, and he's going to defeat the second stage for his first time with 5.9 seconds remaining. Oh, what a close call by Eternal Flame. First here on the hanging hoops on the second hoop, and he misses the grapple his first attempt at it, but he's able to recover to get that second grapple that he needed to advance to the third stage. Well done to Eternal Flame, moving on to the third stage for his first time. And now we move on to Hunter Unit 751.
Ow! Let's go! Come on, Santa.
Oh. Come on, Hunter, focus up. Good solid run. Clean run.
Clear the salmon ladder. Hunter getting a lot of cheer, a lot of good luck before this run here on the second stage. Hunter has a bit of an abysmal record when it comes to the second stage, especially on the salmon ladder. This variant, he's failed in both the previous two tournaments. Can Hunter finally overcome the salmonella poisoning? Hunter gets its first transfer this time, unlike the previous two tournaments, but can he get this second transfer? Yes, he can! Hunter Unit finally overcoming the salmon ladder onto the double compressor. Looking into the second compressor, he gets that as well. Hunter onto the hanging hoops. He was really worried about this obstacle, but can he get through it? Hunter, a nice jump into the second hoop. Hunter into the third hoop. He gets that as well. 30 seconds left as he goes into the Omega Ring. He's knocking on the door of a fifth trip to the third stage, but he's got to get through this tough jump right here. He gets the safe jump. 20 seconds left as he goes into the combo cross. Hunter Unit, can he get the grapple? It's much cleaner than Eternal Flame, and he gets the distance. Klaxon sounding. Can he get the repulsor? Taking his time. He does not get a good jump off the ring. Hunter Unit 751 fails the final jump of the second stage. His curse continues. Hunter Unit, he was so close to completing the second stage this tournament, but here's what went wrong. He does not actually get a jump. He only gets the repulse.
Thrust immediately with your jump.
No!
Did I
bump my head?
Your head!
Concussion protocol.
You know what it was? I was so focused on getting my two fingers on the buttons at the same time. I must have just not been holding. I must have just pressed them both too early.
The last obstacle of stage 2 is taking him out. Now we're down to our last 4 competitors. Next up, the new star, Trials of JD. Trials of JD had that heartbreaking failure on the combo cross in the last tournament. We just saw Hunter fail that very jump. Could that be putting pressure here on Joey to get through the second stage? Right now, Joey doing very good on the triple salmon ladder. He does have a slip up going into that 5th bar, hitting his shoulder, but he does recover, taking his time going to the 8th bar. And now for the double compressor. Gets into the first compressor. Trials of JDE halfway through the stage and onto the hanging hoops. He has never struggled with this obstacle before, but can he get through it today? Trials of JD gets into the third one, and he's on to the Omega Ring. Down to 31 seconds as he enters this obstacle. Joey going straight for the dismount. He almost comes up short, but can he get his revenge on the combo cross and avenge Hunter Unit? Trials of JD goes for the repulse, and he gets it this time. 15.2 seconds remaining. Trials of JD gets his revenge on the second stage. He had a bit of a slip up here on the salmon ladder, but it's still a very good run from Trials of JD, he will be moving on to the third stage. Well done. Moving on for the fourth time.
Joey.
Revenge.
3 competitors left. Next up, the All-Star Fireball ZHC, taking on the second stage for his 17th time. There's Joey and Snoz wishing Fireball good luck as he enters the box office. Fireball, he failed this stage in the last tournament. He went out on the hanging hoops. Let's see if he can overcome it today. Fireball on the triple salmon ladder as it is raining outside. That is lovely. Anyways, he slips up going into the 6th bar, going into the 7th bar, another slip up going into the 8th bar, but Fireball. Alright, he's on to the double compressor going into the second one. Fireball, he gets through the obstacle, but can he get his revenge on the hanging hoops that took him out in the last tournament? Fireball gets the second hoop, third hoop. This is the one he failed before, and he's gonna get through it this time. 30 seconds left for the Omega Ring. Can he get through this tough obstacle? Gets the safe jump. We saw Cobra go out here earlier, but not Fireball. Down to 20 seconds. He's on to the combo cross. He gets a good grapple across, but can he get the repulsor? Fireball! Yes, he can! 10.5 seconds remaining for Fireball ZHC, and once again, he'll be moving on to the third stage of Spartan Sasuke, the 5th competitor this tournament moving on. Well done to Fireball ZHC. Got his revenge from the last tournament, and he once again will be moving on to the third stage where he'll have a shot at getting revenge on the cliffhanger.
That was just actually too easy. That was kind of stupid. I literally got back on Infinite for that.
God.
Down to 2 competitors left. Next up is Vulcan. The man who got first place in the last tournament. He was just one of 2 people to defeat the second stage last tournament, and we already have 5, so hopefully we can see up to 7 clears on the second stage this tournament. Right now, Vulcan aiming for what I believe is his 10th clear on the second stage. Hits his head going into that second bar, but a nice recovery from Vulcan as he enters the second set of the triple salmon ladder. Third set now for Vulcan. Can he get the jump to the last bar? Struggling a little, but he makes it up now. Onto the double compressor. Vulcan gets into that second compressor, and he's down to 40 seconds as he enters the hanging hoops. This is the obstacle he failed in tournament 23. He beat it in the last tournament. Can he do it again? Vulcan is going to get through the hanging hoops. Now for the Omega Ring with 25 seconds. A little bit less time. He goes straight into it, but cannot get it! Vulcan is out on the Omega Ring. And for the second time in 3 tournaments, Vulcan fails the second stage of Spartan Sasuke. This time he goes out on the Omega Ring.
You're good on time. Don't rush.
You got time. Just play it safe. Got it?
Oh, what did I say? I said don't rush. I warned you.
Vulcan going out on the Omega Ring just like Cobra did earlier this tournament. He will not be returning to the third stage, but hoping to return to the third stage, our last competitor, Smoky Massacre. On the first stage, he set the new stage 1 clear streak of 10 clears in a row. That was his 19th clear overall, and now Smoky aims to get his 17th clear on the second stage. That is by far more than any other competitor on this course. Right now, handling the triple salmon ladder. Smoky with perfection as he goes into the double compressor. He now approaches the hanging hoops that he failed a couple tournaments ago. And he's on to the first hoop. He's backing up a little going into the second hoop. And going straight into the third hoop, Smoky Massacre once again through the hanging hoops. Can he get through the Omega Ring? We just saw Vulcan go out here. Let's see if Smoky can do it. He gets a safe jump. Ooh, gets a little slide there, but he does get through it this time. Onto the combo cross. Misses the grapple! Oh my goodness! It's just like Eternal Flame. He gets the second grapple off. Oh dear. My heart nearly skipping a beat there. But Smoky Massacre, a beautiful save to clear stage 2. And with 10.5 seconds remaining, Smoky Massacre, for the 17th time on Spartan Sasuke, will be moving on. He had a little bit of a close call here on the Omega Ring, but look at what happens here on the combo cross. He misses the first grapple, but successfully gets the second off as he's falling in water. Oh, what a close call by Smoky.
Holy dude, I got so nervous.
Holy
dude, my thumb just twitched and I went
I'm like,
straight to the left and I just
dude,
completely
I thought
botched
you lagged or something.
Nope.
And with that, we have 6 competitors moving on to the third stage, the most on Halo Infinite. Tricky Cyrus, Sunnyside Splash, Eternal Flame, Trials of JD, Fireball, and Smoky Massacre have survived the first 2 stages. Now, they must face the 8 Trials of Hell on the third stage. Could we see the final stage for the first time on Halo Infinite? It'll be up to these brave 6 Spartans to make it happen.
Going into this, I feel I do have a chance to clear. I know I can do it. I've done it in practice before. Only once though, like before I ran in stage 1. But I'm very nervous about this stage. Obviously, the Iron Thrones are a big concern for me because I am terrible at them. I failed them the past 2 times I've been on stage 3. I'm also a bit concerned about the cliffhanger as well. But I think outside of those 2 things, I do have a decent chance of reaching the final. And I'm finally hoping that my dream will come true. I'm hoping I can reach the final.
Honestly, I have like 0 expectations going into this stage. Like, it was already like a small chance to pass stage 2, so I'm already happy that I got here in the first place. In terms of where I think the big obstacles will be, well, the cliffhanger, obviously, and anything after the body press, because I haven't gotten there yet in practice, so I have no idea what they're like, to be honest.
Going into stage 3, I feel pretty good on everything except for the last obstacle. The cliffhanger, I'm semi-worried about considering I failed it last time I was here on stage 3. But other than the last obstacle and the cliffhanger, I feel pretty good. And I think there's a shot of me getting back to that final stage.
I've got a mix of emotions. I mean, I personally feel like I could fail the cliffhanger. I could get back to the final. I feel like there should. Oh, man, I don't think there should be any in between. I feel like if I get through the cliffhanger, I see myself hopefully getting to the last obstacle, and those are extremely tough jumps. And if I take them extremely slow, I know I like to go fast, but if I slow it down and take them extremely slow, I can hopefully get through them and hopefully see myself on the final stage. But I'm gonna take each obstacle one at a time. Maybe go a little bit quick through them, have some fun with it, and hopefully we see myself on the final of this tournament. If not, we're gonna put on a good run.
I'm really happy to be back here on stage 3. You know, I really want to succeed on Halo Infinite in particular. It is, you know, it's not the newest game now. Like, this is the 3rd Spartan Sasuke tournament on here, but I still feel like it's a chance for me to continue to prove that I can be a very high-level jumper on a brand new game, like on a different Halo game. So my goal is to get to the final stage. I know I can beat this stage. I know I can do better than last tournament. Luckily, the obstacle, the Blade Hopper, is gone. Thank goodness, because, man, I was struggling with that thing. So the goal is the final stage. All these obstacles are really tough, but I think if I just focus on my technique that I have for each individual obstacle, I think I've got a pretty decent shot.
100 competitors step forward to the start line of Stage 1. Now only 6 Spartans remain to take on the third stage. 8 obstacles, including a new obstacle and 2 other obstacles that have never been attempted before. Let's get this party started with Tricky Cyrus. Tricky made it to the 3rd stage in each of his previous 3 appearances on Spartan Sasuke. However, this is Tricky's first time attempting the 3rd stage on Halo Infinite. His goal is the final stage. His dream is the final stage. Now he has a chance to make his dream come true. And it all begins with the drum hopper. 5 windows you gotta climb up. Tricky is going to stick these windows. It's a lot easier to stick them, unlike the Halo 5 version, due to the physics of Infinite. He's gonna safe jump a bit here on this 5th drum, and Tricky is through the first obstacle. 1 down, 7 to go. Up next is the globe grasp. 6 globes. You have to use the poles to build up your speed to get from one globe to another. This is such a tough obstacle, and you have to get your timing just right. If you jump just the slightest bit too late, you're just gonna run off the globe. It's very easy to do that, but Tricky Cyrus has got 1 more globe left to go here on the globe grasp. And he gets the safe jump nicely on the 6th globe. And now he must face a new obstacle, the chain seesaw. 4 sets of chains. He has to precisely get onto each one. They're about 40 feet apart, but you have to carefully ensure that you can land on them. These are pretty tough jumps, but Tricky is handling the new obstacle quite well. He's on the 4th chain, and he's through our new obstacle and on to the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger. No competitor has defeated the Cliffhanger on Halo Infinite. Can Tricky Cyrus be the first? He's onto the 4th ledge nicely, looking into the 5th ledge. Now for the jump no one has defeated on Halo Infinite, the giant drop down to the 6th ledge. He knows this jump is tough. He's lining himself up. Tricky goes for it, and gets a safe jump nicely. He's now made it further than any other competitor here on Halo Infinite. He gets to transfer to the 7th ledge. It's no longer a backwards jump like it was on the crazy cliffhanger from tournaments 9 through 13. And Tricky Cyrus defeats the cliffhanger, the first to do it on Halo Infinite, and is now halfway through getting through this 3rd stage. He's going quickly here on the body wedge. This obstacle has never been attempted before. You have to wedge yourself in between these tiny ledges and onto an even tougher obstacle, the pirate hooks. 6 hooks you have to wrap around the pole and reach the very tiny hooks that hang off the poles. Tricky Cyrus eyeing down the 4th one. These are very tough jumps to make. It was introduced in Tournament 23, but has never been attempted before until now. Tricky Cyrus is setting a good pace on the pirate hooks, and he's on to the 6th hook, and is now 2 obstacles away from defeating this 3rd stage. Up next is his demon obstacle, the Iron Thrones. He failed this in both of his previous 2 appearances on Spartan Sasuke, but can he overcome it much like he did in Tournament 20? You've done it once before, you can do it again, Tricky, come on! As the trash truck's back, lovely timing for that. Anyways, Tricky Cyrus looking into the 2nd throne of the Iron Thrones. He gets the 2nd jump, looking into the 3rd jump. Tricky gets the 3rd jump. 2 more thrones left to go for Tricky Cyrus. Taking his time going into the 4th one. He gets that as well. 1 more throne left to go for Tricky Cyrus. And he gets the 5th throne. Now must just get the jump onto the bar, which he does. And Tricky Cyrus is just 1 obstacle away from the final stage. This is it. The flying bar. It has not been attempted since Tournament 14, and now it's the last obstacle and must face 5 bars. There are 2 rules that Tricky must follow here on the flying bar. He must stop on every bar, and he must remain in the center in between the red lines. You was shooting that final stage just earlier. He wants it. He's so close. He's 5 bars away from the final stage. He gets to jump onto the first bar. Can we see the new star, Tricky Cyrus, on the final stage? Can he be the first competitor on Halo Infinite to make it to the final stage? He's on the second bar, eyeing down the third bar. He gets the third bar. 2 more left to go for Tricky Cyrus. He's so close to victory. Can he get the jump to the 4th bar? Yes, he can. 1 more left for Tricky Cyrus. Come on, you can do it. 1 more jump to get to that 5th bar, and he is there. The music stops. Can Tricky get the final jump of the 3rd stage? He's lining it up. He goes for it. Tricky Cyrus is going to the final stage. His dream has just become reality.
Please. Please! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh my
Let's
lord.
go, dude!
I love how he goes, please.
Let's go!
He just gave a little prayer.
Actually did it! Oh my god!
Tricky, you can feel the unbridled joy in his voice, the kind of joy I love to see from our competitors. Tricky has just become the first competitor on Halo Infinite to defeat the 3rd stage. He overcame the Iron Thrones that took him out twice before, and the final jump that broke his heart in Tournament 20. No longer heartbroken, Tricky the Triumphant is standing by.
I can't believe it right now. I have been dreaming of this moment ever since I was watching Spartan Sasuke Tournament 8. I was watching Smokey Maska's run, and I said to myself, I believe one day I will run Halo jumping and get to this point. And to finally prevail after all of these years of failure and devastating and tears have finally led to this moment. And I'm just so happy right now. And I just couldn't do it without all my Halo jumping friends, especially Freemo Direct, to help me get to this point. And I'm just so happy right now. I really wanted. I never thought I was gonna do good this tournament, but I just can't believe it. I've made a great return, and I'm actually going to see the final stage. I am so happy right now, and I will probably be sobbing if I do achieve full victory, but I'm very happy right now, and I'm just so happy that I'm moving on to the final stage. Thank you so much, Rog. Let's go!
Yes!
Wow, what a way to kick off the 3rd stage of Tournament 25, but we are just getting started. 5 competitors left. Up next, Sunnyside Splash. 4 of these 5 competitors have beaten the 3rd stage in the past, including Sunnyside Splash in Tournament 22. That was the last time he got to the 3rd stage. Could he join his fellow new star Tricky Cyrus on the final stage? It came as a very positive shock, his clear in Tournament 22, but could he do it again here on Halo Infinite? Sunnyside Splash, handling the drum hopper with utter ease. Now for the globe grasp. He gets into the first one nicely. Ooh, he's gonna take a different approach than Tricky. He's going to wrap around the side of the pole. He's not gonna run into it, unlike Tricky. And it's paying off. It's a slide there on that 3rd one. About halfway through the globe grasp. This is the obstacle that took out Double Ump in Tournament 23. Unfortunately, he did not show up again this tournament. Jeez. Anyways, love to see him back in the future. Anyways, Sunnyside Splash. 1 more globe left to go. Can Sunny get through this obstacle? Yes, he can. Well, he still got to jump to the purple bar to get through first. And then he's officially through the globe grasp. How will he handle the new obstacle? The chain seesaw. arguably an easier obstacle than the Blade Hopper that we saw in both the previous two tournaments. But we'll see how Sunny handles this. He's eyeing down the second chain, gets a good safe jump on the second chain of the chain seesaw. Looking into the third one, Sunny gets it. One more left to go for Sunny's side splash. Before he's through the new obstacle, and he's going to full send the dismount onto the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger. He beat the Lunatic Cliffhanger back in Tournament 22. Ooh, gets a weird looking slide there on that first ledge. Hopefully that won't affect him here. He gets a good jump into the second ledge. Now for the two 90-degree corner jumps. Gets the first one onto the third ledge. Now for the second one into the fourth ledge. Sunny goes for it, but he comes up short. Sunny side splash cannot defeat the fourth ledge of the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger. Sunny, he gets the first corner jump, but when he goes for the second one, he just did not have enough momentum, and he just couldn't quite get to the ledge.
No! Oh, I jumped too early on that one. Oh well.
Tough to see Sunny go out on the cliffhanger. It's a tough obstacle, and he's become another victim. And now we have Eternal Flame 395, the only competitor this tournament taking on Stage 3 for their first time. Eternal, bit of a wild card going into this tournament. This is only his third appearance on the course. But let's see how he does on his first trip to the third stage. He's going pretty quickly here on the drum popper, not wasting any time at all going into the globe grasp. And he full sends going into the second and the third and the fourth. Oh, what a move by Eternal Flame, but he is going to take his time going into this fifth one. Did not feel comfortable full sending these last two. I don't blame him, especially since he got a setup for the chain seesaw. And look at the pace he's going here. And he's gonna full send this obstacle as well. He is absolutely destroying these early obstacles. But you cannot take the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger for granted. This is the obstacle that just took out Sunny Side Splash. Let's see how Eternal handles it. He gets the first 90-degree jump. And the second one gets a very beautiful jump. Look at him go. Can he get the big jump though? Eternal Flame. Yes, he can. Eternal Flame. Can he get the transfer to the 7th ledge? He can, and now for a tricky jump into a slanted ledge at the end, and Eternal Flame looking into the body wedge. Gonna full send these very tough jumps. You gotta be very precise with them. But Eternal Flame through another obstacle. Could he potentially be setting his eyes on the final stage? Hopefully Tricky won't be alone. Eternal Flame, he's doing very good into the fourth hook of the pirate hooks. He's definitely setting his eyes on the final stage. He could be in of a real chance, but he's got to get through this next obstacle, the Iron Thrones. This obstacle was so tough on Halo 5, but Eternal Flame gets into the second throne. Looking into the third throne, Eternal Flame, 2 more left to go for the veteran. He's into the fourth one, 1 more left to go. Eternal Flame, he's on to the final throne, and Eternal Flame is 1 obstacle from joining Tricky on the final stage. He's on to the first bar of the flying bar. He is so close. Can he do it? Eternal Flame taking his time going into the second bar. He gets the jump. Looking into the third bar. He is 3 bars away from a trip to the final stage. His first time on the third stage. Can he defeat it? He's got 2 bars left to go. Eternal Flame looking into the 4th bar, but he does not get a jump. Eternal Flame going out on the last obstacle of stage 3, the flying bar. He did so good up to this point. This run deserves a big round of applause. He may have come up short of reaching the final stage, but what an impressive run, knocking on the door of that final. He's got real potential going into the future. But And now we are halfway through the third stage. Up next, the new star Trials of JD. He beat the third stage in Tournament 21. And the last time he got here in Tournament 23, he failed the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger. It was the same jump that Sunnyside Splash just failed. And now Trials of JD with a chance to get revenge here on the third stage. He's going to take the safe jump approach here on the drum hopper, much like you would back on Halo 5. And Trials of JD through the drum hopper onto the globe grasp. He's not going to full send it, unlike Eternal Flame. That was so crazy to see him do that. But Trials of JD, he knows that he must take this stage seriously. He knows he must take it one obstacle at a time, and he is doing just that. Trials of JD on the 5th globe of the globe grasp. One more left to go, gets a good jump onto that. How will he handle the new obstacle, the chain seesaw? Fun fact, he was only one of 2 competitors to defeat the Blade Hopper in Tournament 23, and no one even got through it in Tournament 24, hence why we have the new obstacle this tournament. But right now, Trials of JD onto the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger. Could he get his revenge? He's onto the 3rd ledge. This is the ledge he just failed, he gets it! Trials of JD onto the 5th ledge, going straight into the big drop down to the 6th ledge. Gets a nice safe jump there. Can he get the transfer? Nicely into the 7th ledge, 8th ledge, and Trials of JD has defeated the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger. And he's onto the body wedge. Gets into the 4th wedge, 5th wedge, going straight into the first hook of the pirate hooks. Trials of JD, he's beaten this stage before. Could he do it again? Trials of JD looking into the 4th hook. As someone sends me a message. Anyways, onto the 5th hook. He gets it. One more hook left here on the pirate hooks. Unattempted before this tournament. But Trials of JD onto familiar territory with the Iron Thrones. He's beaten this twice before. Could he do it again? He's quickly into the 3rd throne. Onto the 4th throne. He gets it as well. Final throne. Yes, Trials of JD becomes the 3rd competitor this tournament to advance to the flying bar. These competitors are destroying the 3rd stage of this tournament, especially considering that no one even got to the cliffhanger last tournament. What an improvement over the last tournament. Trials of JD is into the 2nd bar on this flying bar. He is 3 away from a return trip to the final stage. Trials of JD, he was very worried about this obstacle. Eyeing down the 4th bar. This is a jump that Eternal Flame just failed, and it's an exact replica of Eternal's fail. He does not get a jump into the 4th bar of the flying bar. Oh, Joey, no! That is so heartbreaking to see him go out like that. It's an exact replica of Eternal's fail.
Oh, dude.
Hardest obstacle on the stage by far. Man, I really, on stage 3, I did expect to fail the flying bar, and pretty much the exact way I did. I tried to get a late jump, and I just ran off. Simple as that. Getting that far though, especially considering how I did last tournament, at least I failed last obstacle on stage 3 this time. Obviously it's not the first time I've done that, so it's kind of sad to do that again, but I'm glad I at least got back here, and maybe next tournament I can push for that final stage.
The flying bar taking out Trials of JD. He will not be returning to the final stage. And we're down to 2 competitors left looking to join Tricky Cyrus. He's starting to get a little lonely, but up next is Fireball ZHC, getting a lot of good lucks before a big run. Fireball ZHC defeated this stage back in Tournament 8 and 22. He failed the cliffhanger last time he got here in 23, but can he do it here in Tournament 25? Fireball on the drum hopper, an obstacle he has faced plenty of times before. He's going to stick these windows just like he did a couple tournaments ago. Fireball onto the globe grasp. Another familiar obstacle for him. Fireball is a guy who loves to go quick, and on the third stage it is definitely no different. He's into the fourth bar. He's not fourth globe, I should say, but Fireball, he's not full sending these globes unlike Eternal Flame, but he's making each jump count. Onto the chain seesaw. No one's failed this new obstacle so far. It's not proving to be much of a threat. Fireball onto the third chain. One more left, and Fireball is onto the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger. This is the obstacle he failed 2 tournaments ago. He got first place. However, 3 of our competitors so far have already made it through this obstacle this tournament. Fireball looking into the 5th ledge, and now the jump he failed 2 tournaments ago. Fireball comes up short again! Fireball once again failing the 6th ledge of the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger. It's an exact replica of his fail in Tournament 23. Such a shame.
That is very unfortunate. I knew as soon as I jumped too early. Man, I don't know. It's hard. I think I was going smooth, going quick, how I normally do. How I usually set myself up. I don't usually get a full run up on that ledge to get down there, but I kind of knew as soon as I started sprinting to get off that ledge, I didn't jump late enough and I just came up short. It's unfortunate. I keep my standards for myself extremely high. I felt like this was a tournament that I could definitely see myself on the final stage. The obstacles after the cliffhanger, I think I was definitely capable of doing. I think the last obstacle definitely was pretty hard, but it's just difficult and hard when you have this goal of getting to the final, or maybe just super deep into stage 3 of a tournament, and sometimes you don't get to that goal. I know other competitors sometimes have that feeling. So next tournament, I know it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but I'm going to come back, more practice, and hopefully we see myself on the final, because I am not satisfied with that.
Fireball once again out on the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger. And with that, we've come to the final run on the third stage, and the last hope for anyone to join Tricky Cyrus on the final stage. Up next is Smoky Massacre, taking on the third stage for his 17th time on Spartan Sasuke. This is a stage he's failed 14 times, however, but could Smoky do it again here and get to the final stage for his 3rd time? He's really wanting to do good here, especially after his slip-ups in these last few attempts on the 3rd stage. But right now, Smoky Massacre onto the Globe Grasp. This is an obstacle that he beat in the last tournament. Can Smoky do it again? And like I said in the last tournament, the Globe Grasp is an obstacle that he had that infamous going backwards moment on in Ninja Warrior Halo 14. I wouldn't imagine he'll do that here in Tournament 25, although it would be pretty funny if it happened again. And it looks like it's not going to happen. He's going to get through the Globe Grasp. Onto the chain seesaw as he eyes down the 2nd chain. Going quickly into the 3rd and the 4th chains, and Smoky Massacre onto the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger. We just saw Fireball go out here and Sunny earlier. Can Smoky get through the Ultra Lunatic Cliffhanger? He's onto the 4th ledge, 5th ledge. Now for the jump. Fireball just failed. Please don't fail it, Smoky! Yes, he gets it. Now looking at the 7th ledge, gets the jump nicely onto the slanted 8th ledge. It's a tough jump, but Smoky Massacre makes it through and onto the body wedge. He is halfway through this 3rd stage. He's going quickly through the body wedge on the 4th, 5th, and straight into the pirate hooks. Smoky has 6 hooks he has to get through. He was pretty worried about this obstacle. Let's see if Smoky can get through it. It's very similar to his version of the Sidewinder on Halo Ninja Warrior, except these ascend. And Smoky is going quickly through this obstacle, and he's onto the Iron Thrones. He beat it in Tournament 22. Could he do it again here in Tournament 25? Smokey eyeing down that second throne. He's taking his time, going for the second throne. He gets it. Now looking into the third throne. Smokey, he gets the third throne. 2 more left. Come on, Smokey, you can do it. Eyeing down that fourth throne. Gets a nice safe jump. 1 more throne left for Smokey Massacre before he completes this obstacle. And Smokey Massacre is 1 obstacle away from the final stage. He failed the last jump of the 3rd stage in Tournament 22, and now he must face the flying bar. We saw both Eternal and Joey fail getting to the 4th bar of this obstacle. Can Smokey join Tricky Cyrus on the final stage? He's on the 2nd bar. Looking into the 3rd bar, he's going to take a little more time to line up. He goes for it, gets into the 3rd bar. Now for the jump. Can he get a jump unlike those other 2 competitors? Yes, he can. 1 more bar left for Smokey Massacre before he gets a rematch with a final jump. Here it is. The music stops. Can Smokey do it? He goes for it. Yes, Smokey has done it again. Smokey Massacre has defeated the 3rd stage. Let's see that again.
Let's
Smokey! Nice.
What a run, dude.
For Sour Patch Kids.
What a phenomenal run by the 2-time champion. Smokey hasn't had the best runs on this stage since his previous total victory, but he's back on the final and here to remind everyone why he's the best competitor on Spartan Sasuke. Now Smokey Massacre has a chance to do what no other competitor in Halo jumping has done before and achieve a 3rd total victory on the same course. He made history once already this tournament on the 1st stage. Could he do it again on the final stage? Let's hear from Smokey Massacre now.
Oh man, it feels good to get back to the final stage. I don't know how long it's been in terms of years, but I know it's been a long time. You know, Halo 5 obviously lasted quite a while, and we've been on Infinite for over a year now. So I would say this is probably the best feeling run that I've had in a very long time on this course. You know, I felt very prepared going into it. I felt like I could do every single obstacle. And I said it before stage 1, my floor was the jumping spider, my ceiling was the final stage. So I knew that I could have gotten here if I put my best foot forward, and luckily all the techniques and everything that I practiced just really paid off today. And yeah, it's a pretty good feeling being back on stage 4.
What a tournament it has been. A tournament where multiple records have been broken now carries on to the final stage. Tricky Cyrus and Smokey Massacre made it happen. Now they face the most difficult challenge this course has to offer. Will we see a champion crown for the first time since Tournament 13? Let the final battle commence! The final stage of Spartan Sasuke, the ultimate test of the Halo Jumper.
Can up, double up, reach the top! He's near the top! Last one, can he do it? Yes! Yes! Yes, he's done it! Up, double up, Kansenseiha!
In the 22 tournaments hosted on Halo 5, the final stage has been attempted 16 times.
Smokey, he's on pace to getting it! Come on! Yes! Smokey's done it! Smokey Massacre! Kansenseiha!
Of these 16 attempts, only 3 of them have resulted in victory.
At this pace, Smokey will be our first 2-time champion! Come on, Smokey! He's done it! 3 seconds left! Smokey Massacre! Kansenseiha! Complete victory!
Since the previous total victory in Tournament 13, there has been 1,048 failures.
2 more jumps left to go. Atlantic champ looking into the 5th flash. No, it comes up short, and Tournament 14 is over. He's nearing the end of the track. Swan, he comes up short. Come on up. He does for it. No, he slid. No! it. Fireball. He jumps up short. Up, double up. He's at a good pace so far as he's nearing the top of the obstacle. Into the salmon ladder, but he overshoots the ledge! And he's starting to pick up the pace here on the salmon ladder. Oh, he's going into the sixth ledge, but he's able to save himself. But he gets not to find the fifth one, and he's not able to save it this time. He's nearing the top of the cubicle climb, and he shows up short of the sixth cube. Last cycle, can he make it? Fozzie! No, he can't! He's off! Sunnyside Splash has failed getting into the third cube of the cubicle climb! Fireball is giving it everything he's got, but it's not enough! Now for the big jump to the sixth ledge, Fireball comes up short of the sixth ledge! These are very tough drops. Strafe Helix overshoots the drop down to the 8th bar! But now, for the first time on Halo Infinite, 2 of the Unicy's finest will attempt the final stage. Our 2 finalists will aim to be the first to achieve total victory in 12 tournaments. But to do that, they must defeat 3 obstacles, beginning with the cubicle climb. 8 cubes, our competitors must jump back and forth up the cubes. Next is the salmon ladder. 13 bars, each jump is smaller than the triple salmon ladder on stage 2. Our competitors will need to hone in their speed on these tough jumps. Lastly is the giant tunnel. 12 cliffhanger-esque ledges our competitors must climb in a counterclockwise motion. If they can do all that and hit the landmine in under 35 seconds, they will achieve total victory. Now let's meet our 2 finalists. From the United Kingdom is the new star Tricky Cyrus. He made his debut in the 18th tournament and has cleared the first and second stages 4 times. Tonight he will attempt the final stage for the first time on Spartan Sasuke. Can he bring one home to the nation that gave birth to Halo jumping? From the United States of America is the all-star Smokey Massacre. The host of Halo Ninja Warrior has a perfect attendance on Spartan Sasuke and has cleared stage 1 a staggering 19 times. 17 clears on stage 2, 3 on the 3rd stage, and is a 2-time grand champion. Can he do the unthinkable and achieve a 3rd total victory? The competitors are ready. The stage is set for the final battle of the 25th tournament. 2 Spartans versus the final stage.
I've always dreamed of this moment, getting here, and to finally see it happen. Looking at the final stage though, I'm a bit nervous. I don't get here often in any course for that matter. I'm a bit worried about the salmon ladder, because, you know, one misstep, you're done pretty much. I just want to do a good final attempt, and I don't want to humiliate myself. So, I'm hoping I can win it all, and potentially be in tears again.
98 Spartans have fallen here in Spartan Sasuke 25. Now only 2 remain to take on the final stage. The first competitor to take it on here in Halo Infinite is Tricky Cyrus. Tricky has been dreaming of this moment for a very long time, ever since he first watched Smokey get total victory in Spartan Sasuke 8. Now he climbs the steps towards his final challenge. Hunter, a fellow Brit, is wishing Tricky good luck before the biggest run of his Halo jumping career to this point. He said he was feeling very nervous, very anxious before this run, but he cannot let the anxiety get to him. He needs to fight through it and put on the best run he can muster. Hopefully it'll be enough to win it all. Tricky Cyrus is ready to go. He's got a huge crowd behind him, hoping he can become a champion. 35 seconds are on the clock. Can Tricky do it? He's off! Tricky Cyrus misses the second cube of the cubicle climb! Tricky, what happened? His dream run has turned into his worst nightmare! 1.8 seconds! That's all it took!
Am I done?
What?
Am I out?
No.
The crowd is silent. They are completely stunned by what they witnessed. Tricky did worse than Sunnyside Splash in Tournament 22. When Tricky went for the second cube, he had too much side momentum, hit the block way too early, and it pulled him down. That is so unfortunate. We must hear from Tricky now.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm obviously very happy to reach this point. Never thought I would ever gonna do it, but going into that, I obviously wasn't expecting to kill the first jump. I mean, you have no choice. You cannot hang around. You gotta go. You gotta go fast. Unfortunately, I think I had the jump all down, but I just didn't get distance. I did crouch though, just couldn't get the distance to the second cube, and it is what it is. But you know, going down the line, I'm hoping that more Halo jumpers will follow in my suit to get to this point, and I'm hoping that next tournament, maybe I'll get back here next tournament, but we'll see what I have in store for Turn 26, where if I hopefully get back here.
I'm so happy to be back on the final stage. You know, it's been probably like over 5 years now since I've been on a stage 4 on Spartan Sasuke, so getting back feels great. And as for this stage, it looks like a lot of fun. It doesn't look like insanely difficult like I've seen some other final stages on Halo Infinite. Some are like just over the top, and then some are, you know, a lot longer. This one is very quick. I like that. I'm excited to see how I handle the pressure of only having 35 seconds to get to the top. I think I have a chance, but you know, 3 for 3, that'd be funny, right? A Halo reference on the final stage. I don't know. I don't know if that's in the cards for me today. That's not the standard I'm setting for myself. I'm just happy that I got here. If I fail, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm just going to go and try to give it my best shot.
It all comes down to this. The last man standing in Tournament 25, and our only hope for the 99 Spartans that have fallen is the two-time champion, Smokey Massacre. What an unbelievable tournament it has been for Smokey. On Stage 1, he set a new consecutive clear streak of 10 clears in a row. He had a very close call on the combo cross on Stage 2. He defeated the third stage and now has an opportunity to make history by becoming the first ever competitor to achieve total victory 3 times on a single course. He was the first to get to 2 and now is aiming for his 3rd. But to do that, he must climb like a bat out of hell if he wishes to make it to the top in time. He has 35 seconds to defeat the final stage. Can he do it? And Smokey is off! He takes a careful start here on the cubicle climb. He does not want to make the same mistake as Tricky Cyrus, but he is through and onto the salmon ladder. These are very tough jumps to make. Smokey must not hit his shoulder, but he's at a very quick pace here as he nears the top of the ladder. 16 seconds left as he reaches towards the last bar. Now making the transfer to the giant tunnel. 10 seconds remaining. The klaxon sounds. Smokey is getting real close to the top. Last cycle. Come on, Smokey. Do it! Yes, he's done it! Smokey Massacre has achieved total victory. Kanzenseha! Can you believe it? He is now a 3-time champion. He does so with 2.62 seconds remaining.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's got it. He got it.
Yes! He did it! He did it again! The triple!
3-time grand champion.
Shout out to 343 Industries for sponsoring this total victory.
Shut up!
3 for 3.
Oh, baby! Triple. I regret that.
Smokey Massacre with a run for the ages. It's been 12 tournaments since we last had a winner, but Smokey keeps his perfect final stage alive with his 3rd total victory. He was perfect on all 3 obstacles. 3 obstacles that have brought so much pain and misery to our competitors. Finally, the misery is over. Everyone can now celebrate. Let's now hear from our 3-time champion.
Poof! Wow, that feels pretty good. You know, it was a long time since I got to my last final stage, and I had never failed your final stage before, Rog. So getting here for a 3rd time and making it 3 for 3, like I said, you know, it's a Halo reference, so it had to happen. I'm surprised. I'm honestly, I am shocked. I didn't. This was not what I expected the tournament to end as. I really wanted to get to the final stage, but this was not where I expected to end up. So the fact that I am here, I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for you, Rog, for hosting this tournament, and to all the people who are here watching and giving me advice. You know, Flame, Irish, Chumpy, mostly complaining, Snaz, Elite, JD, and Strafe. You know, it's great to have them all here for a moment like this. And I hope that people watch this run and it just shows them that, you know, no matter how your career's going, even if you think that you've peaked at one point in your career and you think that it's all just downhill from there, you just got to keep trying and keep giving it your best shot, and anything is possible. So yeah, this is a pretty special tournament for me.
100 Spartans competed in Tournament 25, but in the end, one competitor, Smokey Massacre, defied the odds and sits on the throne of champions for his 3rd time. And that will conclude Tournament 25. I'm RPG445, and we'll see you soon for the Infinite Renewal. Farewell, everyone.